What's up with you? What's up with you? We back at it, bro. Back at it. Stephen A. Smith, once again, has gotten himself in a jam. And he doesn't know why. Now, he went down to Fox News, right? And he let Sean Hannity attack black women, and he didn't say a word. They gave him the thumbs down award because they said they focused on black women, but he attacks black men all the time, unfairly, all the time, calls them out all the time. But he goes on Sean Hannity, and Sean Hannity says he names two, what, Joy Reid and somebody, I don't even remember that one. Anyhow, he says they say some wild stuff, and Hannity says wild stuff. And like I said, remember, you got to go back to the birther movement. Fox News was big on the birther movement. They was pushing that. If you think, just like Trump says Hussein all the time, if you think that racial dog whistle doesn't work, and Trump uses it all the time, he refers to Barack Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. He knows that plays in middle America. He knows that plays in racist spaces. That just plays. They want to hear that. They like hearing that. That makes that legitimizes their racism. So he refers to Barack Obama as Barack Hussein. And Fox News, that's the type of stuff that they push. They push. And Stephen A, he goes down there and consorts. He consorts with the enemy. So if you're going to consort with the enemy, you can't complain that the enemy's going to say something back. He, for some reason, he thinks he gets a pass to go down there and hang out with the enemy, platform these people, the Byron Donalds, who said we would be better back in Jim Crow. He wants to see black people in Jim Crow. Byron Donald said it. He said it, and of course, that's what they believe. They believe that blacks were just better off as slaves. They said, look at the violence in Chicago. That's what Fox News says it almost every day. They say it every day. Fox News said it. Fox News says it. Um, Fox News, this Owen and all of this Newsmax. That's what they just basically say. Charlie Kirk said it. Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk made millions and millions of dollars. Blacks, if he goes to the airport and he sees a black man that doesn't have a mop in his hand, that it's DEI, and it's just another word for the N word. DEI is just another word. Woke. Anything they say, that identifies black people or the struggle of the black people, Fox News is going to mock and they're going to pour racism on it. That's how they make their money. That's how they make their money. They're going to undermine anything black people do. And they're going to be extremists in anything they do. And he goes down there and he consorts with the enemy. He hangs out with them. He has lunch with them. He talks to them. He knows them. He consorts with the enemy. He consorts with the enemy. What do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? You're consorting with the enemy. You think that, well, I'm going to make a political run, so I'm a brown nose Fox News. I'm going to go and let them know I'll be a good little boy and I'll do your work, right? But I'm going to be cool with the National Association of Black Journalists, and I'm going to be cool in the hood. I'm gonna talk Moses Malone with the brothers in the barbershop. No, it don't work that way, bro. You choose a side. You chose a side. You ain't having Fox News. You hang out on Fox News, they take shots at black people all the time. LeBron James, they call him out all the time for no reason. For no absolute no reason. They attack LeBron James. Attack this man. This man has a right to speak out. He exercises his right to free speech, and Lauren Ingram and all of them attack him and say, why don't you just shut up and dribble? Anytime an athlete has a platform, can make a difference, they attack him. They attack him. They won't let them. If they're just exercising free speech, they don't have a right to free speech. But Fox News pushes racism and hatred every day. Every day. And Stephen doesn't consort. He don't confront Sean Hannity. He didn't go on down there and say, hey, Sean, explain birtherism. Obama was born where? Why did you platform so many people? You know what they're going to say. You bring them on there. Any Joe Schmo, they just drag on there and he come on there and say Obama was not born in America. They did this all the time. The Reverend Wright, they had Reverend Wright on autoplay. Every 5 minutes, Reverend Wright, Michelle Obama was attacked. Black people were attacked. Hurricane Katrina, they made fun of the black people. They mocked them. They basically had people come on there and laugh at the struggle. This is what they do. They laugh at the blacks. They make fun of the blacks. They churn racism. They advocate for racism. And Steve goes down there and thinks that that's cool to hang amongst those guys. It's like, you don't understand what they're saying. Nobody's saying they can't say it. But why do you want to hang around with guys like that? Why do you find, and you got to be an extra, you got to be the type of Negro that gets patted on the top of his head to even be around them. They're not going to let you be around them, and you're trying to be some type of equal or independent. They don't like that. They don't like you trying to be in charge. They do not like, you won't be around them. You got to be subservient. You got to be a subservient, broken, buckled Negro and serve your master. And then they'll pat you on the head. They'll call you a good Negro. And what the problem in the black community is, we need more Negroes like you. We got these damn Barack Obamas who think they can be president. We don't need no Negro to be president. The hell wrong with you guys? I went to the airport. I saw a black pilot. I'm not getting on that plane. That's DEI. Guy done flown like for last 10 years, no incident. That's called racism, Steve. You didn't say nothing to these guys. You bring them on there thinking that you're being some type of equal. You're not. You're churning racial hatred, and you got called out that you consort with the enemy, brother. Brother, you're consorting with the enemy, brother. Brother, what's wrong with this brother? What's wrong with this brother, man? He's got the nerve to complain. What's wrong with this brother? What's wrong with this brother? How dare you, brother? Here we come. I'm looking at the chat. Here we come. Bro, the white supremacist gets mad, bro. He don't like a Negro speak. So you going against the narrative, the Negro narrative. When he comes to the airport, he don't want to see you with first class tickets. He wants to see you with a mop and a mop bucket. You're a good Negro then. Then he'll come by, he'll pat you on the top of your head. You're a good Negro. He see you with first class tickets and he's back in economy. He's going to scream DEI. I'm sick of this DEI. Black people, how are they sitting in first class seats? This is America. You say, well, I earned it. He don't believe in that. He believes in racism. And Stephen A. Smith, they need him. He's a comfortable Negro. He's a comfortable Negro. He's a Negro, by a warm fire. He'll come in and he'll put on that little sports act and he'll be silent when they spew pure racism. He'll just sit there. He'll just sit there spewing racism. Well, the problem with the black community is some of these black people think they want to be Obama. Some of these Negroes don't know their station. They're trying to be politicians. They're trying to be CEOs. I mean, come on, man. We didn't bring them over here. We brought them over here to pick cotton. Stephen A. will just sit there. He won't say nothing. He won't say a word. That's what and this is what you see, man. And let me give you some of the receipts. We got a few of the receipts right here on why Stephen A. was called out by the NA. BJ, that's it. BJ. By the NABJ. He was called out by them on the call to the carpet. And the woman said, you got to speak truth to power. She never said he didn't help them. She never said that at all. She never said Stephen A. hasn't helped this organization. She never said Stephen A. was not helping people, black people. He hands out soup to Negroes, he hands out a box of soup cans to Negroes. Look, he didn't say that he didn't do anything. She said that he was disrespectful to black journalists, to black politicians, to black people. He goes down there and he consorts with the enemy. He consorts with the enemy. He consorts with the enemy. And they said, we're going to give you the thumbs down for consorting with the enemy of the black community. That's what they're talking about. And we're going to give you some receipts right here. Just a couple. Hold up. I got them right here. Right here. I got them online. Here we go. Let's go over a few of them, okay? We'll just take a look at a few. Says he defended Trump. Yeah, I think this guy's MAGA. I think Stephen A. is MAGA. And there's nothing wrong with being MAGA. It's that Stephen's trying to play both sides. Can't play both sides, bro. It don't work that way, bro. That's why they already called you on the carpet, bro. You got to choose a side, bro. You're down there consorting with the enemy, bro. He defended Trump by comparing his prosecution to the racist prosecution of black historical figures. That is nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. They weren't prosecuting Trump because he was white. They prosecuted these black people because they were black. And they got out of their station. This man's a billionaire. This man has admitted some of the most ridiculous things. Grab them. He says he grabs women by their privates. And when you're rich like him, they don't get upset about it. That's what he says. Did you go over that? He used the MAGA term lawfare to frame cases against Trump. That's nonsense. That wasn't politically motivated. Yeah, he's MAGA. I'm telling you, he doesn't know he's MAGA. Argued black voters should consider voting Republican. Well, they should if that's what they want to do. If Republicans offer a better plan, if they offer a better plan to blacks, they should vote Republican. Are they doing that? Are they doing that? What are they doing to help black people? Are they offering reparations? Are they saying, we'll give you guys 10,000 when you deserve more, but we'll start you out with 10 each? Are they doing anything to help black people? So why should black people vote Republicans? You're consorting with the enemy, brother. That's called, what do they call that? When you get captured by an enemy, you get brainwashed. You get brainwashed. Stockholm syndrome, is that it? Is it, am I saying it right? You get captured by the enemy and then you come out after about 6 months, you come out just thinking that what the enemies who was attacking you, they had legitimate reason to attack you. You get brainwashed because you're hanging out with the wrong group, Stephen A. Smith. You're brainwashed. Right here it says racism is not as prevalent as many claim. How would you know, Mr. Rich, $100 million man? You got money. You're right. Your money, you still a black man. Now, come on. We ain't going to go down that rabbit hole, but okay, you live hell. You probably live a wonderful life with 100 million. You got a maid, a butler, all of that. You live a life that people probably dream about. But you're not in the streets, brother. You can't say racism ain't as prevalent. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. People still catching cases. Racism. White supremacy. See, the white supremacists don't like you to cite this, right? What the white supremacist wants is you to have the right to be racist, but you can't complain about it. And that's really what it is. Because I studied Fox News, and I said, well, they bring victims on the platform. I said, Fox News bring victims. They scream they're victims. Rush Limbaugh said white people were victims. I said, they really play the victim card. But the very minute a Negro says, they start jumping up and screaming. And I said, well, wait a minute. So black people can't say they're victims, but whites can say it all day. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. And they need a good Negro like Stephen A. to go in and make a bunch of excuses and say, hey, it ain't as bad as it is. He defended Jerry Jones after the segregation photo resurfaced. I know. And he was wrong to do that because Jerry was wrong. And Jerry admitted at the time he didn't know any better. At the time, and with the state of our society, actually, he was in lockstep with the majority. He was a young kid that was living in a time when it was common practice to be discriminatory. He admitted that. Now, the man's in his goddamn 80s now. You talking about that, Jerry Jones? I don't know nothing about Jerry Jones. I don't know enough about him to clear him, but he was trying to clear him. And it was real extra, too. He was doing real extra stuff about it. He was extra with it. Attacked Jasmine Crockett for her criticism of Trump. She had been attacked by Trump. She had a right to response. He was afraid to attack Trump. She wasn't. She wasn't afraid to attack. He shut his ass up. Trump called him low IQ. He didn't say nothing. Nothing, like a good little boy. She said, yeah, I don't care. That man can't attack me. Now, she don't, she's not in. She'll be out at the end of this term. But she stood on business. And see, that's what I mean. That's what made people losing sight. They're losing sight. Stephen A. got the money and he's losing sight. You ain't keeping your eyes on the prize no more, brother. Brother, what's wrong with that, brother? What's wrong with that, brother? Attack Jasmine Crockett. Criticize Kamala Harris while giving Trump grace. Yeah. Okay. He could criticize Kamala Harris. I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with that. And that's a whole different conversation, Kamala Harris. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the thumb down. Well, let me say something. You guys play this game, man. I don't know why you guys keep thinking that I'm not a liberal. I don't know why you keep saying, but we're gonna go over. I am a black man and I understand racism. You don't put me in the I'm not gonna Sambo for anybody. I'm not gonna Sambo for the conservatives. I'm not gonna Sambo for the liberals. And I get it, man. I get it. Engaged in a public dispute with Joy Reid. Now I don't have a problem with that. And I didn't say everything he's done is, I mean, he could disagree with Joy Reid. I didn't know you couldn't disagree with Joy Reid. I didn't know that. I didn't get that memo. You cannot disagree with Joy Reid. I didn't know that. So he engaged in a dispute with Joy Reid, attacked Cheryl Swoops, calling her insane while defending Caitlin Clark. Yeah, he does. He brings out the cape for Clark. Even, he brings out the cape for Clark. I was the first person to call the golden goose. It's pretty much constant now. Thank you. Thank you for not. Thank you for nothing. Nobody. I was the first person, and we did it 3 years ago. We were only. I know I was. Okay, I know I was. We did it right here. I should have had the streams up 3 years ago. We labeled her the golden goose. Golden goose lays the golden egg, right? And we said the WNBA, they're gonna destroy. We said, I know this. I know what's up going on in the WNBA. You think I was born yesterday? I said that woman ain't gonna be able to fit in there. I said it, but see, I wasn't on that other stuff. You guys on some other stuff. That ain't me. I cut the pie down the middle, bro. I said, man, they ain't gonna like her. And I said, this league running a risk of messing their money up. That's what I said. Because she's the golden goose. Golden goose lays the golden egg, right? What happens when you get rid of the golden goose? There ain't no more golden eggs. Okay? All of these guys talking about Caitlin, including Stephen A. Smith. I was the first one talking about that. And people know it. People who listen to me know I was only one saying this. Criticized Angel Reese over her clothing while praising Caitlin Clark's branding. Well, I don't know if you should criticize a grown woman over. I mean, I don't have a problem with him criticizing Angel Reese, but I don't think you should tell a grown-ass woman. I mean, just Stephen, why would you do something? Don't you think that's sort of stupid that you're telling a grown-ass woman what she can and can't wear? Who the hell are you? She's not trying. And then, let's be for real. She's really, we got to be for real. A lot of you guys don't want to admit it. I mean, how old is Angel Reese? 22, 23? I don't think Angel Reese 25 years old. That woman is not trying to wear anything for you to notice. So that's what I mean. You should even comment on that. Because the inference is that she's dressing for your approval. Come on, Stephen A. That woman ain't dressing for your approval, man. None of these guys probably over 28. That woman ain't thinking about y'all, man. I saw some dude hit her up on her live stream, said fly him out. Man, that woman almost lost her mind. She had to cut her stream off. She said, what? Fly you out? And then, she didn't want to get the potty mouth. She just got mad, man. She started talking about him, and then she had to cut her live off. And I don't know who that was. Or maybe he was just a troll. But anyhow, let's move on. He says, feuded with Monica McNutt after she challenged his show's limited WNBA coverage before Caitlin Clark. Well, see, on some of this stuff, he's not necessarily wrong. I mean, nobody had any interest in it. Nobody had interest in the WNBA before Caitlin Clark. They didn't. And we're going to, nothing. Defended Ice. Yeah, now he was wrong on that after what Ice did in Minnesota, man. You got to be out of your mind. You are a hack. You are a political hack if you defend ICE. I mean, that's ridiculous. Come on, man. We're all citizens, man. We have to practice good judgment. We don't have the right to just just empty our clips and stuff on these guys. But we're under Trump now, but he defended. I know he's playing the game. See, right here, he's probably running for office, man. He needs to retire from his position. I get it. You playing the racial shell game, and you're trying to get the MAGA to support you, but you can't. That's what they said, though. They gave you the thumbs down. They're saying that now you consorting with the enemy. You're not one of us no more. That's what they're saying. They're saying you no longer a part of the Black community in a positive way, brother. Once again, you minimize systematic racism. You called it overrated. Yeah, they gave you, if I got $100 million, I'm going to be for real. I probably would agree with you. If I'm living in a mansion, in the lap of luxury, you're right. When I walk around that house and I'm talking to my butler and my maid is bringing my clothes up and I'm looking at my manicured lawn, I'm looking at my 3-mile driveway, I'm looking at my rolling green hills, golf course. The grass is cut like I got deer in my backyard, rabbits. I got a lake, fish full of fish. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would have to sort of concede. I think that we have, well, I would say I've overcome. I've overcome, man. Uh, Appears frequently on the Hannity show. It echoes his complete madness. It says, appears on Sean Hannity and echoes right-wing talking points. Yep. Sean Hannity now. This is what the birther, well, what they ran around Fox News, ran around that Obama was not an American. They told the people that, knowing that the people would believe that foolishness. And a lot of people said that he was born in Kenya. And someone said he learned, was it socialism? Said he was taught socialism while he was in Kenya. And I think the last time Obama was in Kenya was when he was 2. When he was 2 years old. That's right. That's when you're a sponge for socialism or political leanings and thought. You sponge that up. Praise Byron Donalds. Yep. Despite Donald praise of Jim Crow, said it's okay for blacks were better off in Jim Crow. I thought the whole thing was about freedom, right? Why did we go to England? Why did we leave England? We left England for freedom, right? That's why we left England for freedom, right? We're free people, right? He praised Brian. Who you think Byron Donald's talking to? That's the white supremacy. When you say black people were better off under Jim Crow, black people were better off as slaves. Slavery wasn't that bad, man. When you talk about the South, they fed their slaves, man. They took care of them. They gave them shelter. They brought them out of Africa. They gave them shelter. They watered them. They fed them. They taught them religion. And yeah, the discipline was brutal, but they still took care of them. Yeah, when you listen to people talk like they say, would you like to be a slave? And you never hear them say yes. You never hear that. They never say they would like to be on the receiving end of a slave master's bullwhip. They never talk about that. He defended Trump again against accusations of racism. He targets black male athletes more harshly than whites. He really doesn't criticize white owners or white people of power. And you can say, well, he knows his place. He knows he's consorts with the enemy. There you go. There you go. If you disagree with the thumbs down, there are your receipts. He consorts with the enemy. So if you got any type of disagreement or you got any type of interest, there you go. Nothing could be more clear than that. Byron Donald doesn't support reparations. He does not. He does not. He says racism lost its meaning years ago. To who? To who? Stephen A. Smith is going to run into problems when he goes into black spaces. Now, he can play with that if he wants to. And let me say this, I'm just someone with a podcast. But I know the black community, and he knows the black community. He's better be, you want to run for president, man, and you want to be racist. And look, let me say something. You pretty much have to be, look, let's be for real. If you're running for president and you're a conservative, you have to be racist. How you going to get the people to vote for you, huh? Look at Byron Donald. You have to show them you have no real association with other blacks. You just happen to be a person of color. You have to say, hey, Jim Crow was a good thing. You have to then say, well, why are we so quick to make excuses? Why you were so, and Obama was a disaster for, you have to do that. And if I see a black pilot, you have to do that. That's how you have to warm up to the bigots and the racists of Fox News and the conservative side. You have to do it. You don't have a choice. You have to do it. There's no way you would win if you said you support reparations. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the backlash you would get? Imagine Fox News. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine guys saying, hey, I'm running on a platform where I want to give every descendant of slavery, every FBA, $2 million. We did the mathematics. That's only a trillion or a little bit over a trillion. We'll just add that. We already owe more than we could pay back. Why not add more to it? You think the voters of Fox News would support that? Come on. So we know that wouldn't, right? So if you're going to run on the conservative side, you have to run under a racial, you have to do it. He said 2 million. That ain't enough. Oh, wait, oh. Grisha. I want 10 million. Only, how about 2 trillion? I think it should be 10 million. Okay, but what I'm saying is nobody's going to vote. That's what I'm saying. So he's over there trying to play the fence. We get it. You want to go on Sean Hannity. You want to get that conservative vote. Because when you decide to run, you might run as a conservative. You want to, and see, this is what Stephen wants to do. He wants to go and talk fiscal responsibility when he goes to the conservative side. Yeah, if he goes on Fox News, he's going to be talking about what I'm going to do, and he'll probably say no borders. We're going to close down this board. He'll probably do traditional conservative. He's going to talk like a conservative. We don't need to go over there talking about. I'm just going to talk like a conservative. But you know what he's going to do for Negroes? He's going to come to me, right? I'm trying to take care of my family. I'm trying to educate my kids. I'm trying to live a productive life and be a part of America. Live a full life. He's going to come talk to me. He wants to talk about Moses Malone. He wants to talk about Jordan versus LeBron. See, that's what I'm saying, and that's the disrespect. See, that's the disrespect. He ain't going to talk that with me. He don't care what I think about what we should do better. He don't care about that. Hey, man, don't worry about that. What we need to do is build another basketball court. We don't need another school. You Negroes don't go to school. We don't need another school in that neighborhood. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, though. We're going to put a basketball court in there with some fresh nets, and we're going to give y'all 12 new basketballs. And all you can tell your kids, man, they bounce that ball and bounce that ball and learn how to play some hoops, man. Yeah, forget all that school. What you need to read and write for? Get your ass on that basketball court. That's how they talk. See, that's how they talk. And that's what they're saying. Steve, you probably don't realize. That's how you talk to black people, Steve. That's how you talk to black people. Yeah, them white folks ain't going to let you go down there talking crazy to them like that. They're going to want to know what you're going to do. What you going to do for us? Okay, what you going to do for our kids? What are you going to do? We got an opioid epidemic. What are you going to do? They need to be they need rehab, not incarceration. What else are you going to do? What are you going to do? What businesses are you going to attract to my community? What are you going to do? Well, when you talk to the Negroes, bro, he's talking about basketball courts, sneakers. I got a partnership with Nike. We're going to give all you Negroes a new pair of sneakers. You know, stuff like just real disrespectful, condescending language, and he consorts with the enemy. He consorts with the enemy, bro. And hats off to they called him out for it. So if you wondered why he consorts with the enemy, they're not going to be down with that. And see, a lot of the people in the chat, the white supremacists, they don't think we know what we're dealing with. They think we don't know what these people represent. They think, oh, he black, man. Hey, man, Byron Donald black, man. Hey, man, he black. But he black, though. But wait a minute, he black. Yeah, but he's anti-black, though. He doesn't care about what's better for black people. See, they don't like when you do that. They get upset when you show them that. And that's Byron Donalds. That's Byron Donalds with a white privilege shirt on, a MAGA hat, and he's here to defend the white supremacists, brother. And Rush Limbaugh, man, you guys, he's dead now. Rush Limbaugh, all he did was talk about victimhood. Victim. He said white male is a victim in America. And I hear some of these clowns, some of these podcasters say that. And they do, I get it. That's the hustle. That's the hustle. You got to say that. And that's what I'm saying. Stephen, know that. You go look at all these so-called conservative podcasters. Just listen to them. Look at how you can see when they pandering. No, I'm being for real. Ain't nothing wrong. I'm going to say this right now. Ain't nothing wrong with being no conservative. But when you start pandering, and they do, you start getting into that ultra conservative, that extremist. You become an extremist, right? And you start pandering, and the white male is a victim in America. This being said by a descendant of slave, a black man. Jim Crow applied to him. The white man is a victim. And I don't care what you liberals think. I'm finna piss off the Democratic Party. The white man is a victim. Yeah, man, you're pandering. You're pandering, bro. I thought you was against victimhood. You're pandering. You're pandering. Like the stream. Support the platform. He said, whoa. He said, we are FBA. We were never slaves. You know what you get? You get put in the dungeon for that, brother. There you go. And I you know what? I'll let you know what? I'm going to time you out. How about that? I'm going to time you out. It said it banned you, but yeah, we'll time you out. But brother, if you're going to come up here, because that sound like some troll talk like that. That sound like some troll talk. And Stephen A is being called out, and the black community is going to have to make a decision. They're going to have to make a decision what side they're going to be on. You know what I mean? What's up with your P. Will? He says a black liberal. What's the difference between a black liberal and a black conservative? See, there they go with their shaming tactic. The white man, once again, he wants to judge you. Why are you judging me, white man? Why do you care? You don't like your Negroes. You don't like a liberal Negro. You do. You don't like that. I don't like that Negro. That Negro liberal. Why would you know? You mean like Mike Pence? I thought Mike Pence was a liberal. Is Mike Pence, he run for president as a conservative, but you say he's a liberal? When all is said and done, Stephen A. Smith got the thumbs down award. The disrespect rang out. He's going to have trouble. And I don't mean anything physical. I just mean he's going to get some disagreements when he starts dealing with black people. Because a lot of black people, especially those sports people, LeBron already sized him up. LeBron James sized him up. So you can't just say it is like that. It's like that. It's like that. It's like that. It's just like that. Byron Donald said Jim Crow. He won the Republican nomination for governor of Florida, and he said Jim Crow, black people were better under Jim Crow. He said, so basically, it's stupid to say that, right? Because what they're saying is that if they take your rights from you, you have less freedoms, then it's better for you. Whereas he really, and yeah, well, he's not a descendant of slaves. He's not. His family's not from here. Byron Donalds is not a descendant of slaves. So from his perspective, he really don't give a damn about the history of black people in America. He could care less. That's not even his concern. He's playing the racial shell game, and he's got the Republic. And you know what kind of Negro you got to be? You know what kind of Sambo foot shuffling Negro you got to be to get the Republican nomination for some place? You really got to do some foot shuffling, bro. He said not 80% of blacks are not descendants from slaves. Yes, they are. In America, they are. I'd say, well, I'd say, okay. No, I could go with 80% of blacks, 80% of black Americans, as defined by the U.S. Census, by United States, uh, people who would be labeled black, African American, ADOS, FBA, 80% of the population, what, a 40 million would be descendants of slaves, about 40 million. If it's 50 million and 50 million, I'd say about 10 million are not. Now they're Dominican and all of these things, other things. But no, it's a significant amount who are descendants of slave, brother. A significant portion. And you don't want to deal with that. You do not want to deal with that. That bothers you. You don't want to deal with that, do you? Okay, what I'm gonna do before I block you, Grisha, Grisha, whatever your name is, I'm gonna put the link in here. You're gonna get blocked for what you just said. You're gonna have to come up. Because see, this is what I'm saying, bro. You get these people on here and they just get in the chat box and they just say anything. He's calling himself FBA, but he's being very distinctive that he doesn't want. He says we don't want reparations. He's saying we. There we go. There we go. There you go, brother. We got to send you to the dungeon, brother. We don't allow foolishness to go on inside this chat box. So there you go. This is a white guy. This has got to be a white guy saying this. It's got to be a white guy saying this. It cannot be a black guy saying that. Like the stream, brother. Stephen A. Smith. He got called out. He consorts with the enemy, man. And what you better understand, a lot of black people, they look around. We at a job. I'm serious. If I'm at a job and I look around and I see you consorting with the enemy, I don't have to say nothing to you about it. I just know where you stand, brother.
If they're white supremacists and you all over them and they walking around and they hate me and they're a threat to me and you over there all hugged up and all in their face, I'm gonna have a problem with it. I'm gonna have a problem with it. And that's what they have a problem with Stephen A. They have a problem with Stephen A because of who he consorts with. Like the stream, brother. Here we go. This dude done said, okay, brother. You know what, brother? You know what? You probably do think that. Let me get rid of this guy. We don't believe in racism, brother. But see, that's what Fox News has moved the needle so far from the center. They moved it so far to the right that if you disagree with them, they get to play victims and they get to say that you're being racist. And the whole time they're being racist. The whole time they're being racist. And they are. Well, they're not being, they are. They are. They don't like to be called out. And Stephen A. is consorting with the enemy, brother. And you don't understand black people because you think black people are cool with that. You think black people are cool with black men going down there on Fox News, going on these platforms, consorting with the enemy. They're not. They're not. They're not. And the fact, there we go. The fact that that bothers you, you got to deal with that. Stephen A got called out on the carpet, man. You know, it ain't like it happens all the time. Black community is really not that strong. A lot of their media has been taken over. When you take a look at Hoover, and Hoover said blacks will never have a black messiah. You got Dr. King. He lost his life. Malcolm X. The white supremacist has always railed over black leadership and black people to keep them in the pocket. Always. Hit the link, Grisham, whatever you are. Whatever you are. And they don't like that black people. They like black people like Stephen A. They like guys like that. They like black people like Stephen A. They like a guy who's going to come in and cuddle up to a racist, get on his show, parrot talking points. They like a guy like that. And that's what they try to tell you to like him. I said, well, I don't want to like him. He consorts with racists. Why would I like this guy? Why would I like him? Why would I want to hang out with a guy who's anti-black? He's anti what I am. He's anti that. And he's beholden to the white supremacists. He looks up to the white supremacists. He's a man. He doesn't look at him as a man. He looks up and admires the white supremacists. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's why they turned on him. And that's the community we live in. They turned on him. They got rid of him. Look at that. She says, that's what happened to my family. On my mom's side, I can trace back to the early 1800s. It started with a slave owner in Virginia. He had a baby with one of his slaves. Then the son was given a plot of land. You see that? He had a baby with his slaves. And that was that consensual? You see what I'm saying? And that's the history of black people in this country. That's the history of them. And Fox News and others, they discount that. They act like that didn't happen. They tell black people that stuff is was acceptable and that was okay. They never talk about it, but they want you to have compassion and you say, well, hey, what about this reparations? They don't want to give up no reparations. Right here, she says a slave owner had a baby with one of his slaves. So somebody was a slave, and you say, why did you torture this slave? He had a baby with a slave. That slave was tortured. You don't care about what that slave had to go through? You don't care, do you? You don't care. Like the streams. MAGA wants a yes man. Yeah, they do want that, bro. They do want that. They want that. They want that the long way. They want that the long way. And they like a good Negro that walks around talking about Jim Crow and we're afraid to have that conversation. Oh, you don't want to have that conversation. Well, why would she have why would we even entertain foolishness like that? Jim Crow, blacks were better under Jim Crow. And let me say this. I know why he said it. He said it to go viral. He said, and look, he's about to become the governor of Florida. Byron Donalds. He plays into it. But I'm saying they know that's the type of Negro. See, they're not gonna vote for you unless they can prove that you ain't down with these Obama Negroes. Prove it. You gotta prove yourself as a black man. You can never. They just ain't gonna trust you. So he went down there and he said blacks were better under Jim Crow. That's all he needed to say. And look at what happened. Look at how he got treated and rewarded. Colonized, man. Blacks reparations, man. I mean, that's but let me just be for real. A black person could never win that. Man, black person have a hard time. You would have a hard time being a dog catcher talking about you pro reparations because that's just not going. That's to even think that would happen. You have no political bearings. You literally have no political bearings. That's just fantasy. You might as well be reading Cat in the Hat. You might as well be reading a Cat in the Hat book, not even a children's book. You might as well be reading See Jack and Jill Go Up the Hill. You might as well be reading something like that. White supremacy. These white people they'll never give black people no reparations. But you can believe what you want to. Let me back up. You can believe what you want. But if we ever get them, I would get them. But I don't think I'm gonna get them. Stephen A's got his reparations, bro. He got him millions and millions and millions. I see him sometimes. He goes on his stream. He'll be in a purple suit. He'll have on a purple suit. He'll be getting in like a really, really nice car. And I mean, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. He's a wealthy man. I'm sure he doesn't take the bus. But yeah, he has to show, he shows what he's doing. But no, as man to man, like to me, I'm not feeling that. Not feeling you, bro. You lost me when LeBron took your heart. When you let LeBron call you out and he took your motherfucking heart, you left me. I can't abide. I can't support that, brother. But you with your people though, man. Like the stream, brother. Hold on, let me get this thing. Like the stream. One over here, bro. The Doge. Brother Elon. Boom. There we go. If you like Elon, more power to you, brother. Not my thing, but you can like him. Stephen A. Smith called out, called on the carpet. He ran down to Fox News to discuss it with his buddy, and people were saying that's exactly why you got the thumbs down award because you hang out with the wrong group. That's what they were saying. That's what they said. You is who you hang out with, Steve. You hang out with the wrong collection of peoples. Like the stream, brother. And Stephen A., he's pandering. He's pandering for the white conservative vote. So he's saying, and he has to sort of over say things. He has to say things a little bit off the beaten path. Just like Byron Donald said, Jim Crow, blacks were better, because that's how they trust him. They say, if you say that, we know you don't really care about your people, and then the only way we'll vote for you is if you care. If you don't care about your people, and what people don't realize is Obama had to do the same thing. You can say what you want to say, but Obama wouldn't been allowed to do none of the stuff Trump has done. He wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff that Trump's done. But help black people? No, he didn't. He didn't do much. He certainly didn't do much for black people. And Stephen A. is showing you that if he gets the job, if he can run, because running for office is you sell your book, you write a book. You don't have to become president. Running for office, that's a resume. That's a bullet on your resume. That's something you can show your children. That's you ran for president. You came how close? You almost got the nomination. So it's reasons. A lot of people run knowing they're not going to win. Stephen A. I don't know about. I mean, but I'd be surprised if he won. I mean, I think he's going to run, but he's going to lose his core. His core is black people. I hope it works for him. I hope it works. I give him one more year. ESPN's going to get rid. They don't really need him. If he runs for president, they're going to get a lot of pressure to take him off air. This notion that he'll return and all of that, yeah, they're going to have to take him off air because they're not going to let him have a show and run for president. They ain't going to do that. I don't even think they can technically. I don't think they can do that. I don't think that. I think from a legal standpoint, equal time. So I don't think that you can platform him without platforming the others. Now Kamala's out there, man. She's still out there counting her money, doing her book tours. Yeah, she's still out there. I don't know why they got Kamala Harris just didn't win, man. And Nancy Pelosi did not want her to just get the nomination. She wanted them to have like a 1 week. She said we could do a quick primary about a week. We give about a week, and then we could vote. We can vote. And she didn't want that, and they lost because they had already did the reports that she was not polling well. People were not sold on her, and she needed to do better in the polls, and she didn't, and they lost. But they had a good convention, though. Lots of singing and dancing and partying. They had a cool convention. Say you'd vote for him. He seemed like an old school Democrat. I don't know if he's a Democrat. I mean, you can vote for him though. I mean, I wouldn't vote for the guy. I don't. I think that right now, once you see the options, I don't think anybody's going to vote for Stephen A. Smith. I don't. You know, put from a political standpoint, I don't think he's someone that is worth a vote. Here go the join link, Gristle. You got 1 second. You don't hit it. I'm getting rid of you, brother. This dude is trolling his ass off. Yeah, Stephen A. I don't. He's not that big a deal. But they do. It's sort of personal. They do feel like he betrayed them. They feel just like he betrayed them. They feel like everything they gave him, he goes on this other station and he's got to do it. Let's just be for real. If he's going on Fox News, he cannot be down on Fox News talking good things about black people. That's not what they want to hear. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear negative things about black people. That's why they bring people down there. They don't put people on Fox News who have good things to say about black people. And Fox News milked that story with the Sophie Cunningham. They milked that story. They made a big deal about a basketball foul. Just a basketball foul. That was crazy when you think about it. They said if the NABJ is going to be serious
about defending black journalists and defending journalism itself, then we have to take this stand on Stephen Smith. Yeah, had to call him out. Had to call him out. Didn't have a choice. He's not being productive. And he's picking on people. You know, it's easy to pick on black people. He's picking on them. It's easy to pick on them. And it's the company he keeps. Look at the people that he hobnobs with. Look at who he hangs out with. Are these the type of people you would hang out with? Would you go to dinner with these guys? And I think he's chosen his side. I don't think he needs to choose a side. I think he's already done that. Birds of a feather flock together, bro. They're pretty much the same. No matter how you try to twist it, they're the same, brother. And they're saying that even as a journalist, that he's a disappointment. He has to choose a side, man, and let people know what does he want to do. And the people have, the people are pretty upset with him, man. A lot of people, they're not surprised, man. They've watched Stephen A. They see what he's doing. We watch Byron Donalds. I see what he's doing, man. I've seen Byron Donalds. I know he's gonna pander to white conservative, white racist conservative. You say a lot of negative stuff. You blame everything on black people. It's always their fault. It's always their fault. You bring up Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton, it's their fault, and they're holding them back. And you'll get voted in. You'll get voted in. You're a good Negro. You're the type of Negro that I could have a beer with. It's the same thing, man. Hasn't changed. Mm. God says he needs to send the blacks back to Africa. You're not American. You are blacks from Africa. You just want to destroy America, which you do everywhere you go. Shaw. Who'd you vote for, Shaw? You sound MAGA. Sound like you voted for MAGA. Yeah, he chose this side, man. He chose his side already. Nobody's surprised by Stephen A. Smith. Nobody. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. Guy says send the blacks back to Africa. Where in Africa? Where? Like you said, send them back. Send them back where? How do you know where to send them? How do you make up your mind and figure out where to send them? There you go, Travis. I appreciate that, brother. He said, send them just to Africa. Yeah, okay, brother. Well, there's a couple of places in Africa, so I don't know, man. West Virginia, right? I know things are not good there, but I don't know, man. I mean, it looks pretty good, man. I like the scenery. And I think you can get a good. I don't know about reselling, but I think you can get a good property out there, man. So he's talking about sending Negroes to Africa. Send me to West Virginia. Send me to West Virginia. I like it. I like it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling West Virginia, but not like rural West Virginia. You know what I mean? Not rural West Virginia, but West Virginia, yeah. What's they say? What's the name of that big state? What's the capital of West Virginia? Morgantown. Is it Morgantown? In Morgantown. Not too, let's say maybe 30, 40, maybe 30 minutes outside of Morgantown, but not out there in them hills. Not where the hills have eyes. Not that. Not that. What's up with you, Brian? Like the stream, brother. Say he got off the Democratic plantation. That's what you call it. So now he's on the Republican plantation. He got off the Democratic plantation. Now he's on the Democratic plantation. He got off the Democratic plantation. Now he's on the Republican plantation. But and these words, these Negroes, these people make up stuff. Stephen A. Smith has let down. Stephen A. Smith has let down a lot of black people. He's let down a lot of black people, man. He's really, really let down a lot of black people. And to a certain degree, there's a lot of disappointment and frustration with that when they gave that award because he disappointed them. They didn't expect him to go down there and hang out with Sean Hannity and Megan Kelly and platform Brian Donalds and platforms these people who have some type of underlying anger toward black people, specifically the black elite. They really have a problem with the blacks who make it in America. They don't like blacks who make it. Blacks who succeed within the system, despite the racism, despite the mistakes, blacks who still succeed. They don't like black people like that.
Facts.
Yeah,
Whoever they
they
are.
like the broke back Negro, but not necessarily the criminal, but that broke back
knee buckled Negro that's you know, praising, you know, just praising them. They like that old broke broke buckled Negro who doesn't have an education, who's got a lawnmower but no gas.
Everybody want control.
Hmm. They
Everybody
like
want control
Negroes.
somebody else.
They like a good old uh, spoon in his mouth Negro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's tough, bro. I just joined in. I heard you earlier, but I came back. I think that was like an hour and a half ago, maybe. I could be wrong. Anyway, where you at with it?
he consorts with the enemy, Tabor.
Whose enemy? Your enemy?
The enemy of the NABJ, the National
Who?
Association of Black Journalists.
Yeah, I
The,
mean,
the Sean Hannitys, the Byron Donalds, the Officer Tatum's, the Megyn Kelly. He consorts. He consorts with the enemy. Let me ask you
yeah.
this, Tabor. Let me ask you this, Tabor.
Talk to me.
And not too you ain't got don't give up too much information, but in the streets, right? If there are people defined as ops, right? Enemies, right? Right?
Yeah.
To your circle, right? I'm talking about the people that you hang out with, right? There are
Okay.
people who they collectively, like you guys as a group, not one guy, you guys as a group has cited those particular that group of people as ops or enemies, right?
Okay.
Can you then start to just hang out with them?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Back in the day, I got into a fight. I probably was like in third, fourth grade, and I'll never forget the day because I was a certain type of dude. So there, I got into a fight with this dude named Gabriel, right? And Gabriel got the best of me. His mama used to put him in karate classes. He had a Nintendo DS before y'all seen the DS. I remember seeing it in class, bro. His mom used to do marketing or something. Anyway, Gabriel got the best of me, and my mom was just made me his friend. Instead of me going back and being able to do what I need to do with this cat, my mom went and made me be his friend. I hated it. That's one of the few things my mom taught me back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't really that I hated him. It was the way I moved around him that he didn't like. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got in a fight. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the ways. And then I mean one of the times. And then I got in a fight with this big white boy, bro. His name's Zach, bro. I'm out of H time. We in middle school. Or yeah, middle school. And he beat me up on a bus. You feel me? He like 350, bro. I'm probably like a buck 20. You feel what I'm saying? But I was real just let's just go. You feel me? He got the best of me, and he lived downstairs, like the apartment under me. He lived to the next apartment under that, so he was
Yeah,
that
but hold on.
close. Go ahead, I'm
Yeah,
listening.
but the boy, yeah, the boy.
I'm listening.
You can do what you want to do. And good for you. It worked out for you, brother.
It
But
didn't.
no, I'm not going to hang out. If there are people who we collectively look at as enemies to what we're trying to do, I'm not going to hang out with those people.
You have
And
to.
then wait a minute, then come back and hang out with the other people
You
because
should.
you can't do that. Well, no,
Yes,
it's
you.
not. Well, it ain't working for Stephen A.
Yes, it is. What are you
How's it
talking
working
about?
for him?
What are you
How's it working?
talking about? Didn't he get like he was negotiating for 100 M's?
That had nothing to do with the
Bro, it has
NABJ.
everything to do with who he is.
No. It had nothing to do with the NABJ,
Who is that again?
National Association of Black Journalists.
Yeah, for the most part, do they cut his checks?
No,
Okay, so if we let's start there. They don't cut his checks. The issue that I don't watch sports, big dog, but I know about Stephen A. Smith because of his clips and the way he pop off. He pop off like that partner that pops off, and he
Okay,
getting
so then,
paid to
hold
do
up,
it. I'm
so
talking.
they're right then, right?
Uh, they're
So they're
right to
right
do
to
what?
call him out for his behavior, right?
If you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Well, can Steven do whatever he wants?
I mean, within the parameters of his contract, as long as he don't mess up the money.
So should he come out and just say he's MAGA? Stop playing
No,
around?
no need,
Why?
because it's
Well,
it's
hold on. We can see that he is, though, right?
nah. I think he just respect how Trump as a businessman moves, because I'm pretty sure, and hear me out, I'm pretty sure at some point Stephen A. Smith first got in the game. He didn't understand everything. He probably got screwed a couple times, something we know nothing about. So he got to the point to where he started maneuver a certain way based on the people he was around, sort of like Trump. So him having some good commentary or on both sides, it would make sense because he do sports and he be on both sides.
No, well, you know where you right.
Come
Well,
on, big dog, he be on both
you ain't
sides.
supposed to be like that. But yeah, I would
Be
make.
like what?
No, I would agree with you. He's on both sides. You know that's not good, right, Tabor?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not good. It's not
Yes,
good
it
to be
is, bro.
Tabor. Who's going to win the game? The Jets or the Cowboys?
Cowboys.
You don't say one of them.
I know they not.
Yeah, that's what that's being on both sides.
Yeah,
You know,
you
you're not giving an answer. So now
Platt,
he's not.
you
Now,
have
I will say
always
that.
been on both sides all your life, bro. Your whole life.
Who, me?
Yes, you
Well, no,
have.
I don't. Well, I'm not Stephen A. Smith.
No, but we talking
No, no,
about
no,
Platt,
no. I'm not. I
elite
don't run.
people.
I don't run. I'm not running for president, and I'm not on a news channel. And then running off to Fox News.
Okay, and I'm
You know, I'm
with you.
not doing that. He's gonna have to give up the news. He's going to give up the sports. He's got to
Nah,
step down
bro.
from his job at sports and go down there on Fox News. He could just
Why
like
you hating right now, Platt?
wait a
Let
minute,
him pop his.
just
Go
like
ahead.
the Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth was a Fox News host. So he'll
Platt,
have to go down there and join the five or something.
you should be so happy for him. He can go over here. He can pop off on his sports. He can go over here. He can pop off on his politics. As a black man, he winning, big dog. Tell me what's crazy about it.
He's winning financially, but he's losing the fight for respect amongst his people.
So you think
But
because
it matters to him.
you think so?
Yeah,
Because
well,
he said
yeah.
it? He
Yes,
said it
well, yes,
somewhere?
it does matter to him. He went on a long tirade about how he has 2 daughters and raised by black women and 10 nieces and how much black people mean to him. And he would never say anything negative about unless it, without it being justified. So it matters to him. He's losing the fight to stay important in the black community. That matters to him.
Yeah.
Now he's got the money, brother. Who says that? I mean, blacks don't pay him. He's got the money.
I know they don't, but what I'm saying is that at some point, like we grown, everybody evolves at least, and there's some growth in their lives of why they deal with certain problems the way they deal with it, right? So his commentary is his commentary. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why I bring up his money, because his money is directly tied to what he's worth to people that don't look like us, bro. There's some power in that, big dog.
No. Well, why did ESPN hire him?
That's what I'm saying.
No. Why did they hire him?
Because they see some value in him.
You don't think that they hired him for the black demographic?
No,
Oh, that's Tabor.
no.
Well, you're wrong on that one, Tabor.
Okay, so let's go with that. So
Okay, hold on. Why did they sign Pat McAfee?
is McAfee a white dude?
He is. Yeah, you don't keep up with.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying is, you think that his demographic or his fan base had nothing to do with that.
I'm not.
That's yeah. What Stephen A. They look at Stephen A. as influential in the black community. They do, and
Oh,
Pat McAfee clearly is influential in the white community. So these are
oh,
sports giants. Okay, let me ask you this: do you think ESPN is looking to lose money?
no.
Okay, so whatever they paid them, believe me, they're gonna get their money back.
Of course, they probably
There
get
you
10
go.
times that.
Well, there you go. So that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, they're gonna get rid of Stephen A. because he's what Stephen A. don't realize is by him trying to run for president, by him trying to chum around and hang out with Sean Hannity and Megyn Kelly, by him trying to be buddy, he's gonna lose the trust
Oh,
of the
oh,
black
oh,
community. They're not gonna
okay.
trust him. They're not gonna trust him. And
So,
now he's
so,
basically consorting with the enemy. That's what
okay.
he's doing. No, he's thinking, okay, I'm just running for president. Oh, I'm just trying to be fair. Well, that ain't how they look at it. They look at it as you consorting with the enemy, buddy. And you
Oh,
already saw NABJ. They just gave him the thumbs down award. Now, Stephen A can do what he wants to do. But Stephen A, and I don't even think Stephen A, I personally don't even think he go to the games. And if he goes, he stays in the press box. But we know LeBron James is looking for him. LeBron James already put it out. He's looking for Stephen. So if that's what he wants, he needs to do something about that.
okay, Platt, let me say this to you, bro. At some point, like, and this is what I'm seeing as an older black man. I am so glad I'm still living because I can see how it used to be back in the day. I can correlate the two, at least in my mind, right? On some level. But this dude is legitimately showing us all growth within his own life. You don't have to be stuck. Okay, I did this. I made money. I'm cool. I want to go do this now. And now it's something wrong with him going do this now. The same way you could be
Yeah,
in the
but he
next.
needs black people to support him, and they're not going to support most of them. A few of them do, and a few of them are in the chat box. Most of them are not going to support someone who's anti-black.
I don't, and that's the thing too. Like black people just hating here. Black people hating hearing things about themselves. Black people hate
What?
constructive criticism.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Where you getting it from?
What you just said.
No, they don't hate constructive
Man,
criticism.
yes, they do. Yes,
No,
they
they
do.
don't. No,
You
they
can't
don't.
say that, Platt, without like based on what you just said about Stephen A. You feel what I'm saying? That's
Is,
constructive criticism.
is it not constructive criticism to say you wrong to consort with the enemy?
No.
Stephen A. don't like hearing that. Why is he down there whining and talking about how many kids he got and his nieces and all of that? They were being that thumbs down award was an extremely constructive award. It was telling them, hey man, you need to, if you down with us, come be with us. Stop
Let,
hanging out. Stop hanging out with these other people who have an anger and don't want us to be black. Like you got a guy down there that says we was better off under Jim Crow. Why would black
okay.
people? Well, hold on. Why would black people want to hang out with a guy who thinks we were better off enslaved, better off with fewer rights? So that's what he's saying. Stephen, you down there hanging with the wrong people, man. They trying to wake him up. That's all.
But Stephen already woke. He
No,
getting
he
to the
ain't.
pay. Let me tell you why he woke, bro. The only thing that matters on the planet, on the land that you reside on, is the money, bro. There's nothing you can tell me about Stephen A. Smith that he has done to what he don't deserve what he getting because his aspiration changed. Who's better than Stephen A. Smith? I don't know anybody else.
Hmm?
As a black man,
Bro, you don't keep up with sports.
I mean you right, but I know a few
There you
people.
go. I tell you, just answer your own question.
But
Everybody
we
said,
we
who better at Stephen doing what?
he getting paid the most
I
on
don't
one of
care
the
about that.
biggest network
Well, actually, he's not really.
networks.
Pat
Who's getting?
McAfee's going to get more money than him. But no. Let's go by what you just said.
Okay,
He's better. Who's he
he's
better
better.
than?
Everybody that's black,
No, he's
and he's the
not.
biggest. Who's bigger than him? That's black.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the contracts, but you talking about
Nah,
as
that's I'm talking about money. Plat, listen, at some
I know
point
that's
we
what you're
gotta have.
going by. I'm telling you, as a sports, I don't. What is he? An analyst? As an analyst,
Okay.
um, I guess sports analyst because he don't do play by play, and he's not in the booth. As a sports analyst, who's better than Stephen A?
Black man, as a
Man,
black
I
man,
don't
let's
know.
start
No,
there.
that man,
And let's
I take Chris Carter.
okay, let's
I
stop.
take
Wait a
Chris
minute.
Carter. I take Chris Carter. I take I'm being for real. I take Chris
Oh,
Carter. I'll tell you someone who you ain't gonna agree with. Joy, what's her name? Joy
a
Taylor? Is it
female.
Joy Taylor? Joy Taylor's better
Listen,
than him.
okay. Now
Joy
you talking
Taylor's better.
crazy.
No, I'm not.
Listen,
Joy Taylor's
listen.
better than him. Chris Carter's better than him.
Then Stephen
Um,
A. Smith. Well, okay, so if
much,
that was
much
true,
better.
Platt.
Much
Okay,
better. No.
Platt,
You're going by that.
bro, come
You're
on,
going by.
bro.
You're going about the foot shuffling. See, now they're not going to do that.
Then they don't have to, and
No, you
that's
want the foot shuffling, sliding around, and all of that,
see.
and
This
hold
is
up and chumming up to Sean Hannity and stuff like. No, they don't do that.
okay. Listen, Platt. Listen to what I'm telling you. They don't have to do that. Right. What I'm saying is that if I ain't mistaken, one of the last times Stephen A. Smith was trying to broker a deal for himself, it was like 100 M's to talk and pop
I
his
think he
issue
got that.
every day.
I think he
Huh?
got that. He got more.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying. 100 M's to just pull up and pop off. Who don't want that?
If they
There's not a
mention this, okay. No, since you say that, right?
talk to me, bro.
Okay. Since you say that, I'm trying to think of something. Since you say he's so good, right? I'm trying to think of somebody that we know who just got like, who's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL right now? Do you know?
Nah, I wouldn't know. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody
you don't
said it
keep up
out.
with sports. You don't keep up with sports. So
But I would see, and they really don't matter right now because
who's the highest paid quarterback? Chat. Who's the highest paid quarterback in NFL right now? Right now. Mahomes, Pat Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Okay, let's go with Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes. If Pat Mahomes got cut today, would somebody pick him up and give him either the same or a better deal? I mean, he got cut free and clear. You don't have to get no compensation to the other team. He's on the market, Pat Mahomes.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
I
No,
say
my point is you're going by, you're saying
damn,
Stephen A. I know, bro. You saying Stephen A. is so good. And I'm saying ain't nobody in their right mind to pay no Stephen A. no $100 million. If he lost his job from ESPN, he damn near be on food stamps.
bro. And I hear you, but come
You know
on,
what he would do
I hear
if
the
he
hate
lost
in your
his
voice, brother.
You know what he'd do if he lost his job? If ESPN, if he walked into a pink slip, you would see him running down there trying to get on
Come on.
what they call that thing down there? What's that Ryan Clark thing? The pivot. He'd be down there trying to get on
Okay, Platt.
He'd be trying to join the pivot. He'd be trying to join Speakeasy. You might see him out
you
down there trying to.
wildin', bro, and you don't believe that yourself, bro. Listen, cause you already know if he just got the 100 M's, he been had some paper locked away, right? So he really locked in and good, probably for life. But we don't know personally. All I'm saying is this is another nigga that's getting to his bag, and niggas just figuring out a way to hate on him because we don't see him in the news doing anything. And if he did
That's what you
something,
think. You think that's why they did that?
bro, they gotta get at him, bro, because they hate to see a nigga winning. We all know you can win a little bit.
Wait a minute, but he's worked with the National Association of Black Journalists. He's like he said, he took first take there twice. He's helped them. He's helped people, get jobs and stuff. You said they hate to see him winning. Maybe they truly saying we don't like the fact that you calling yourself being fair, but you taking shots at us. Maybe they're truly what they mean what they say.
Man, listen, bro. Stephen A. Smith is the uncle at the barbecue or the family little gathering, or however that may be. Just even a random pull up, and he just popping this to everybody. And either you go get it or you don't get it. So you can talk about other races like my grandpa used to do as a kid, and then I got older and I'm just like, well, all my teachers are white. Well, my principals are white. Well, everybody for the most part that I deal with is white. I mean, I'm hearing what you're saying, Paul, but I'm not hearing what you're saying, bro. Like niggas just don't want to be told nothing
You
from
think that's
another
just
perspective.
you think that's only black people?
No, that's everybody. Everybody on the planet. There's a reason why everybody won't
Do
get
you
rich.
think Byron Donalds as a man of color is right to say black people collectively were better under Jim Crow during that
Yeah,
time? You think that's right?
yeah.
You don't think that's insulting to the descendants of slaves?
No.
There you go,
And
brother.
and
What is,
and let me
hold,
let
hold,
me
hold on,
come
hold on,
on,
hold on.
Black.
You just
Go
said
ahead.
you said Negroes can hate. Was that hating? Was he hating?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you look at that as hating, but it's okay to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. You hear that? There you go.
Because listen, we like didn't we speak about this before about rather being around the honest person that could possibly do something and you can see something within that opposed to being around a person that you can't do none of that with? At least you can see it and be honest with
I ain't
yourself.
never said nothing. You guys play with that all the time. I don't want to be around
Nah.
nobody that's racist. I don't want to be around a racist who hides it or a racist who's up
Bro,
front with it.
that
You
can't
guys
be
say that.
possible.
You know what? No, that is. You want to talk about cope? That is coping.
That's
That
not
is.
coping, bro.
That is. I want my
No, it ain't,
racism.
fam.
I want
You
my
you
racism up front. Man, I don't want to
come
deal with no
on,
racist. Period.
bro. I get that logic. That makes sense. That's overall what everybody want. But things happen. And I'm saying as a man first, not black man, but as a man first, we gotta deal with the world the way we gotta deal with the world. And most dudes don't be honest the way we deal with the world. They're not honest about for the most part, it's always a woman situation. You know what I'm saying? Or why they would play a person that has put them on this on a situation that could better their lives. Like, come on, bro. People choose to do what they want to do.
Well, Stephen A. He got called out. If you wondered why, I read some receipts. Um, Megan's a big fan. I think she's been on his platform. He did extend invitations to Jasmine Crockett and I think Michelle and a few other people. They refused to come up there. He didn't like that. But now he's saying they didn't like that because they felt like they was treated unfairly by him when he gave out his takes. They say he goes on Fox News and agrees with white supremacist talking points.
See, and so based on what you just said, where in that does it say that they welcome as black people? I'm a black person, bro. Welcome constructive criticism, bro.
They do welcome that. Why you don't think they do?
No, they don't, bro.
Yes, they do.
You know they don't, bro. You black. You right now
You
can
talking about
tell it.
well, hold up. The NA. Well, first of all, I don't know anything about that group, but you
Okay.
think they don't welcome criticism? I think you can criticize them.
I mean, you
Yeah, no,
can.
no. I know you're talking about now. See, you talking about black women.
I'm talking about black people.
Okay, you talking about black people. You can criticize black people.
No, you can't, bro.
Yes, you can criticize black people. Yes, you can.
You can listen. You can say what you want and be honest with them, and I have no foul or no ill intentions, and they will still treat you like you just ain't never either did nothing or what you saying, and then was just a bold faced lie, bro. He has his own opinion. Bro, you can't tell me there's a person walking this planet that don't want to wake up, roll over, eat Cheetos, watch the game, throw a suit on, turn a camera on, and pop off about what they thought about everything they seen all day today. Come on, bro. And they getting paid all that bread?
Hmm. Well,
Come
I
on,
don't even
bro.
know who even keeps up with his sports take. I mean, I haven't watched First Take in forever. I certainly don't listen to Stephen A. I mean, what does he say? I mean, what I'm saying
But
is there's no reason for me to listen to Stephen A. Smith. He's pretty
oh,
much an idiot. And they
oh,
called him out. They called him out. And he's also extremely naive to think that going on Sean Hannity and doing a little pandering is going to garner him the president. He's really
that
naive to think that.
but you don't. I don't know that. I don't know, man, because it just seems like when people and it ain't just you, Platt, but I'm saying you too. When people start to want to elevate overall, right? Everybody's gonna bring up what they think about them.
You bugged out, brother. He bugged out. Stephen A. Smith was rightfully criticized. He ran the Fox News. He went and he consorted with the enemy. That just made it worse. That just made it worse. They got rid of Kendrick Perkins, Kendrick Perkins, Ryan Clark. They got rid of all of these guys, and I see they're going to add Pat McAfee to Monday Night Countdown. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But things are really, really going good for Pat McAfee. And I saw Pat McAfee introduce Trump with the Spirit Games or something like that. You're right.
You can hear
You're
me,
right.
Platt?
You're right. No, you're right, Kendall. You're right. No, he got fired. Perkins gone. They fired Perkins. He ain't
Platt,
going
you can.
nowhere. I don't know how you gonna do that. I hear you, man.
Okay.
They fired Kendall Perkins. They got rid of Ryan. They fired Kendall Perkins. They got some dudes down there on Monday Night Countdown. I never heard of them. I think they got Kelsey, his brother, not Travis Kelsey, but his brother. They got him and Pat McAfee, and then two black dudes. I never even heard of them dudes before.
But none of them, and when they pop off, commentary is worth what Stephen A. Smith get paid, bro.
Well, what if he goes too far with his criticism though?
He can't go too far,
Yes, he did. They gave him a thumb down award.
man, because people always want to feel butthurt when the truth come out, and they know it's the truth. And there'll be grown adults that you be trying to tell something to that you don't even understand why they don't get what you saying, but you know you right based on logic, just pure logic, right? We talking about there's two genders, and then someday we woke up and there was 50 genders, and it was like, what? Those adults that did that, bro. Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
People just have opinions, bro. They be sounding crazy. They hating on Stephen A. Smith, bro. Because in reality, homie really cooking out here,
Is
big
he
dog.
hating on them?
No, he can't. What is when you Stephen A. Smith is in his own
Is
lane?
Stephen A. Smith black, brother? Yes or no?
Why wouldn't he be? He black when
Okay.
you look at
But
him.
why is he consorting with anti-black people?
About what?
Anything.
Why not, bro? We all out here. What are we supposed to do?
How's he going to hang out with Megyn Kelly and Byron Donalds
Byron Donalds wants to see black people under Jim Crow. He's consorting with the enemy, brother. Don't you
Yeah,
see that?
yeah, but you talking about the enemy that got a more powerful seat than you. So somebody gave him that seat, bro. And for you to consider him an enemy. So with that said, what I'm telling you is most people are your enemy, bro. You
No,
don't know. Bro,
no.
most people ain't had the opportunity to screw you over, Plat. We talking about at
Actually,
least
they
on
have.
some
Hold on,
money.
hold up. Actually, they have, but
Everybody, everybody you've ever came across
well,
that.
that's not
Go
going to, of
ahead.
course, not everybody, but
Of course.
um, yeah. Well, I mean, like that people do stuff like that, but Stephen A. is not. This isn't like that. This is Stephen A. wants to go to the NABJ. They have all types of parties, not a whole lot, but they have gatherings, and he wants to go in there and talk to his peers. And so and so. I'm with the Washington Times. I'm with the New York Times. Young black journalists writing columns. He wants to get to know them. He'd like to be around them, but because of what they did, he's not going to be able to do that now.
Because of what Stephen A. Smith did.
Because of what the NABJ did, he's not going to be able to go in there and
What
consort. I mean,
and
go in
what
there
did
and get to know other young black journalists. He's got to hang out with the Sean Hannity types.
and what did they do?
He's going to have to hang out with the MAGA bigots.
And what did they do to stop him from coming, forever being in it?
Oh, they haven't did that, but they gave him the thumb down award.
Which is fine, because for the most part, Stephen A. Smith is probably could be one of their biggest assets. And instead of him being able to come through and elevate the future of what broadcast or sports, right? Specifically, sports broadcasting could be, niggas are stopping it. This is what I mean about the hate, bro. You don't see the hate. I can see the hate. Niggas hate all the time, bro. It gets old, bro, to be honest with you. You
I
may
think
not
they had
see it.
legit. I think they had legitimate complaint, and I think he threw the middle finger at him when he ran down to Fox. I think he's chosen his sides, and I think that he's underestimating the black community. I mean, he can do what he wants to do, but he's going to have a hard time trying to integrate back into the black community because they're going to they don't the things that he's into they're not into.
Okay, so of course, and that's the way it should be, right? Because at some point, Platt, when you get you some money, like when you get you a couple dollars, like you know what, more than a couple dollars in your pocket, you probably trying to do something different. And then what you chose to do that was different, you liked it. So you chose over the next 5 years to let it be your hobby. Niggas hate that you got a hobby, bro. How can you afford a hobby? Man, niggas just be hating, bro.
You would include Stephen A in that, right?
No.
Well, see that you can't do it that way.
Why?
He
You
went on a
miss.
long. Hold up. So if
Okay.
as you say, niggas hate.
They do. You know
So
they
when
do.
he hold up, when he criticized a lot of the people that was on that receipt list, you would agree he's hating.
No.
Well, you know what, Tabor,
The-
it don't work that way because he said more. His job, Tabor, is to basically give his perspective on players and situation.
his opinion.
Okay, but that's his job, right? So people can look at that as hating. You saying they give
Oh,
you hold up, they gave their opinion on him, they hating. He's been giving his opinion out for years. Is he hating? No, he ain't hating. What's the difference?
nah. Let me tell you, what's the difference is what's the difference is we gotta have some type of way to measure it, right? Is what he get paid to pop off. He get tens of millions of dollars to pop off, bro. His commentary may not matter to, let's say, not you, right? But there's 100 other people that it did matter to. And it's always like that. You may not like what he said this time, but last time you like what he said. He went hard at what he do. We don't, bro. Keep in mind, bro. We are 13% of America. I'm gonna say 15%. We are 15% of America, bro. Out of 1,000 people, bro, that's 150 people, bro.
Yeah, the chat say you can be bought.
Who can be bought? Me?
You? Mm-hmm.
All y'all can be bought.
No. He said you.
I hear you.
So you agree,
All
right? No, hold up. So you agree?
it depends on what the situation is.
No. You agree that you have a price.
Everybody has a
No.
price, bro.
You.
Yes, bro, I do have a price,
So
bro.
he has a price here. Yeah. There you go.
Everybody has a price, bro. Platt, listen to what I'm telling you. There was a price. There's something you seen. There's a few months ago you talked about how like you got on YouTube and you like it paid and whatever whoop whoop, right? But there's something that you know that I don't know that made you get on YouTube more, right?
I don't make it.
So
Hold on. Let's clear that up. I don't make anything on YouTube.
okay, you don't make
Hold
nothing
on,
on
hold on.
YouTube.
You send me occasional cash app or something, yeah, but I don't make no
Okay,
money on no YouTube.
okay.
And Tabor, you, I see what you saying, you Tabor, but I'm telling you, I don't. Okay,
You don't what?
I don't make any money on YouTube.
Okay, let's pull you out of it. People make money on YouTube, right? And there's a reason why they do it, bro. There's some of you that wake up right now that is going to Christmas time is coming, right? So some of you are going to miss recitals, plays, things with your kids to go make you some money to make sure your kid had a good Christmas, bro. Tell me I'm lying, bro. Come on, man. We work overtime. We want the house. We want the car. We got a goal. We got some aspirations. We need to work. All you sell out. Some of you may sell out for 30K a year. Some of you may sell out for 80K a year. But you're selling out for something. Somebody can make you get up every day out your bed,
But
get dressed, and come
Tabor,
down to the. Go ahead.
do you know that people who chase money like that, blindly like that, a lot of times, now I get you, I got what you're saying. They got some money, they got a lot of money. But a lot of times, man, if they don't keep their ethics and character, if they suspend that to get a bag, it comes back to haunt them.
Maybe, bro.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Uh,
A
uh,
lot of times it comes back to haunt people.
and let's say that's true. And there's people that's willing to go that far, bro.
There was a big time YouTuber, and she reached out to a bunch of YouTubers. We talking about people who had like 40, 50,000 subscribers. And she had her channel was growing big time. You know, she had a couple of 100,000. And she reached out to him and she was like, "Hey, come over here and work with me and let's do it. Let's combine. Let's do some stuff." And a few YouTubers, right? They went down there. Now, let me tell you something. It was a bunch of YouTubers who, when she did that, they told her no. And they said the reason they didn't do it because um, they was saw what she was offering, but they said that just wasn't a good fit for them. So even when you throw the money out, they say, yeah, nobody said that she wasn't offering money, but they said overall they just didn't find her to be a place where they could be comfortable like that, right? Now, no, check this out. I'm listening to you, Tabor. Tabor, when I heard that, I was like, whoa, you turning down money? And no. They was like, well, it's not that. It's just that I don't think this person, I'm just not comfortable. And you know what? About 8 months later, that shit fell apart. All of that stuff, that shit fell apart. She wound up getting demonetized. All them people paid a price, a very, very negative price for dealing with her. And then I looked at the person who turned it down and you said, man, salute, man. Huh? You know, and it's like, and they just trusted their instincts and they knew that you just can't go by money.
you got to go by other things, and that's what they were talking about. And they didn't
And
get into detail, but they were saying that they didn't see that person as someone. They didn't agree with what they agreed, but they wasn't willing to deal with that person. And they
and
wasn't
for
no, they can't be bought like that. It wasn't about
and
no money. So
and for the most part, dealing with that person, there's some other things that they seen and they know that we're not privy to, bro. People
but
just be
they
doing.
chose not to, bro. And everybody's not beholden to money. I know you are though, boy.
And
You
no,
says
I'm not.
that.
It's not like you think though, bro. I'm trying to have an honest kind of conversation with you,
I'm
Black.
telling you, you
If
think it's
you
not well, no. You think it's not honest because you believe that it's about money, but other people don't. So when you look at
and
Stephen A, none of those people said he didn't have money. He got more money than probably that whole national journalist group,
but
probably.
he got a different aspiration this year. He
But
trying to
that
move
don't
different.
change what he's doing, brother. He's still violating those people. So they bought it up.
For some reason, people always go. You can always violate somebody, bro. No matter how cool you trying to be
No,
about every.
you know what you see. This is what I'm saying to boy. You can believe what you want to, but you got to have character and you got to have morals and standards. That's how
And,
you
and,
guide
and,
in this life. You keep talking about Trump. So Trump don't have none of that.
and you
And he's got no. He's protected. He's
by
just
who?
the conservatives. The Republicans protect
And
him.
you and I'm you know what, man? It's like
The system wasn't even meant to be like that. He's just protected. But
what
we'll see what the
what do
will
you
of the
mean it
people. We'll
wasn't
see
meant
what
to
the
be
people.
like that? That's the
Well,
way
you
it
get
is.
you held. You talked about accountability. You get held accountable if you're a president by the decisions you
Sometimes,
make. Who doesn't get held accountable?
man, boys ain't really losing nothing, bro. Come on, man. We gotta be honest, man. If you a president, you get in some trouble. Clearly with Trump, I watched it. There was a video, excuse me, earlier about a girl. And she was talking about how she got some felonies and she can't get a job. But Trump is sitting in the what do you call it? She got the same type, not type of charges, but like she got charges and she can't get a job. But Trump is president, and it's just like nigga, he's telling you something. It ain't what you doing, it's how you doing it, bro, or vice
What? Well,
versa.
hold up. You mean appealing to white racism?
Bro, whatever you gotta do to
Well,
go
that's
get
what
you
he's
some
doing.
money to live good,
He
man.
said
Come
that's what
on,
he's doing.
bro.
That's what he's doing. He was rewarded because he's white.
Man, I'm
Hold
not
up. Wait a minute. And he's a racist. And
who Trump.
yes, so the voters rewarded him. They wanted him to be president. We pick and choose
See,
our president. So they
see,
wanted a
make it
president. He's the president.
so make it make sense. You want it to be the opposite way, but somehow it's the opposite of the way you want
Well,
because
it has
that's
never
the
been
way.
like that before.
Oh, there it is. So you want it to be different than what it's already forever been.
Um, it
I'm
has not
listening.
been like that before, brother.
Like what,
And
bro?
you talking about Trump
Bro, I'm
and
not talking about Trump. You brought
all
up
of his
Trump, bro.
all of his foolishness. You brought up Trump. I didn't bring
Bro.
him up.
Okay, so I'm bringing. Okay, let's just say I
Look,
brought up
brother,
Trump.
you
Go
know
ahead.
what? I'm glad you like Trump, bro. And
It's
I
not
hope
about Trump,
no,
bro. This has never been about Trump,
I
bro.
hope one day you get an opportunity to be in charge and go
Bro,
by him.
this.
Let him be a wonderful example and do what he does.
So can I say this, big dog? Do you mind? When I talk about Trump, it's not about Trump, bro. It's about what Trump is showing you can do.
He's a white man. You think you can do what he's doing?
And not necessarily, bro.
Well, I don't think I could do what he's doing. Obama certainly
Bro,
couldn't have done it.
I don't think I can beat Michael Jordan either. But I would look at Michael Jordan and say I can play basketball, and based on the things that he's showing me, I probably can do these things. Trump is showing you people things, bro. He's showing you all the
What is he
chinks in the
showing? What is
armor.
he show? What is he showing you? Okay. All right, bro. Okay.
I mean, you know, I mean, I hear you, bro. Like I'm trying to feel what you be saying
You
about this.
gotta get the Republicans to stand against the Democrats from uh pulling you onto the carpet for the decisions you make. Yeah, if you can get them to do that. So if you can get them to do it, most people can't really get that, but he's had that. So we'll see.
Trump, listen, man, Trump has pulled a whole lot of rabbits out of hats, bro.
Okay.
And he have done it consistently, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with race. I've said it to y'all before on this on Plat channel, bro. That this has everything to do with I'm American citizen. I feel like I was born in the I won the geographical lottery. Shout out to Angry Man for that. You feel what I'm saying? And I can win tomorrow. Things can change. We in a good place. And he's showing you the
Oh,
things that is some
you think America's in a good place?
man, America is the best place on earth.
Okay. Well, nothing wrong with that. If you believe that.
Where you
Oh,
live at,
hold up,
Plat?
hold up, bro. Go ahead, Resurrect. What's up with you, bro?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me up.
Triple
Hey, what's going on with you? I think this whole thing about the NABG or whatever coming down on Stephen A. Smith,
National Association of Black Journalists.
like
NA,
NABJ,
NABJ, yeah.
NABJ. They coming down on Stephen A. Smith because let's face it, man, like the BW is the backbone of that blue party. And they have, in my opinion, they have never really been against, white supremacy. They've always been satisfied with their station in life. And right now, Trump is challenging, and the Republican Party is challenging that station in life. Now, when they come out and go against Stephen A. Smith, and they saying that he's talking down on black women, he's talking about public figures. He's not talking about specifically black. And if you're a public figure, then that means that you're open to all criticism. Jasmine Crockett is a U.S. Congresswoman. Michelle Obama is a former first lady. So these are public figures, and I think that's just terribly unfair for them to come out and say, well, he's talking down or gets black women. That's not necessarily true. He's giving a critique to a public figure, and all public figures are open to critique. What do you say about that?
That's something
I
that
think,
every black. Go ahead.
no. I think that the NABJ are disappointed in him. Okay. Let's just establish. Okay, he's running for president. Okay, now me. So they gave him a thumbs down award, but me, I think he needs to resign from this ESPN job because if you want to be a political figure, don't play with don't play with sports. People don't want that in their
What?
sports.
Come
People,
on,
nobody wants
bro.
that. I want to watch a football game. I don't
Bro,
want to see.
sports is all about politics.
I don't want to see no political rally. I want to see a
Bro,
football game.
did you
I think
not play
hold
sports
up,
back
brother.
in the day?
Hold up. I think he needs to resign from ESPN if he wants to run for president. Clearly he does. That's why he's running down there on Fox News. He understands the climate we live in. So the National Association of Black Journalists, they came out against this association with Trump and Fox News. And if you go in, it's right there in their list of receipts, and the way he makes it, he defends Caitlyn, but he attacks Angel Reese, and he had, things like that. Those are real minor things, but that's all they're bringing up now. I mean, it, Resurrect, you know what he's trying to do. He's got to, just like Byron Donald said, Jim Crow was good for black people. They got black people have to distinctively distance themselves from other black people before the white supremacists is going to vote for them. They're not going to vote for you if you're in that time about you want equality for all people. They ain't going to vote for you.
And everybody should know that by now. Everybody should know the game plan. Everybody, as a grown adult in 2026, bro, should know exactly how the game is played and should play it to the best of our abilities, bro. But other than that, man, come on, man. People always want to make excuses, bro.
I wouldn't say that Stephen Smith is the same as Byron Donalds, though. Byron Donalds is clearly GOP.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know what I'm saying? He has aligned himself by the hip with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But Stephen Smith hasn't done that. Now, it is true that Stephen Smith works for Disney, And Disney is conservative. That's why they have basically gotten rid of their their woke employees. So you know what I mean? That is the truth. I think that I think what I really find troubling though is the fact that if a black so-called black man has a difference of an opinion from black women, then all of a sudden
That's
we
the
get
problem.
demonized. It's a problem. That's misandrous, man. And that's why they always say the black community is run by the women. And I hate it.
Well, it is though.
I hate it with a passion. Yeah, yeah. And I don't
And we be
subscribe to it.
losing. But everybody
Yeah.
trying to
Well,
figure
wait a
out why
minute,
we
but wait a minute.
losing.
Well, I mean it is, but you saying it like black men can't stand up for themselves. You put it out there like that.
Who?
That's up to them. Black men they can take the community back.
That's what we're doing.
No, we
And then,
no, we ain't.
No.
No, we
Hold
not.
up. Hold up the board. You can't take it back talking some political party stuff. You would have to go in like the NABJ. They have an open election. It's a female, black female. There could be some of those black guys can run. They don't want to. They don't want to be in positions of power. So how are you going to complain if they're not going to be in position of power? Right here, I'm saying in my community, I see no, we got a black mayor. We're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of a black female mayor. We probably 3 years, 4 years, easily 5 years. I'm surprised it hadn't happened already. You know, and you don't get people talked about. We talking about something 15 years ago. Black men are not running for office. They're not putting themselves in positions to get into these jobs.
no, you know, black men who are Democrat aligned, who are, you know, progressive aligned aren't running, because a lot of those black men are usually alphabet first. And you know, a lot of straight black men
you think it's that many
yes
black men in the Democratic Party that are homosexual? That many?
Yeah, those are the ones that get propped up.
But that's neither here or there, bro.
Okay.
The point of what we talking about is they getting to. Bro, hold on, bro. Because I hate when y'all do that, bro. As niggas, bro. Y'all come up here and y'all talking about his sexuality. Is what he talking about? Does it make sense? I don't care who he lay with.
None of those black Democrats with their agendas are. They don't make sense for straight black men, and that's why we're not going for that party.
Okay,
I've been telling y'all that, and they keep on losing votes, and they're going to continue to lose votes.
Well, but hold up. The danger with that, and I see where you're going, resurrect. Where are you going to go, though? No, I'm being for real. I get what you're saying.
They're going to have to either that Democrat Party is going to have to bend to what we want, or they're going to continue to lose. And we
no. They haven't lost. They're not president. They're gaining. Wait a minute. What? Okay, brother, you can believe that. You can believe whatever you want to believe. That means so. We're still in America, and you're elected. Who you elect, they represent you. So if you say, "I'm not going to vote because there are a lot of gays in the Democratic Party, and the Democrats don't want to put my platform at the front of the party, and so I'm not going to vote," well, then what happens is you don't have representation. That's what happens. So you wind up with no representation. So that's up to you, man.
And you ain't moving nothing. And so for 2 years, you don't move nothing to the next person. And 9 out of 10, for 2 more years, you ain't gonna move nothing. And then nothing gets done.
And another thing to board the politicians, the reason they say you need to vote is the politicians serve the voters, man. You got to think about it. If you're a politician and you go into a city and you got to talk to 500,000 different people because you want to be the representative, and you got someone running against you, why would I? Just like the ghetto, right?
like we saw this. Well, I don't even know the name of. Anyhow, why would I go to the ghetto, where the turnout is 3%? It's crime. The schools are bad. Um, there's nothing that. Why, as a politician, why would I go there? I'm going to go where the people vote, because those are the people who are going to put me in power.
Makes
So
sense.
wait a minute, going to the ghetto, that ain't a smart move. So that's what I mean. So I mean, for some reason, black people think they can wish like a genie. They can just wish on the bottle, and all their issues are going to be served. Like they don't have to play the political game. You still got to play the same political game, but they don't want to
And,
hear that. They no.
and,
No. He done ran off. They don't want to hear that. They want to live in a fantasy world. And they're going
and
to
you
find out, brother, that their concerns will not be heard. And they're going to
and,
find out. We talk about these foreigners. We talk about all these people. Who you think, if they're voting right here, the Latinos, they're dominating here. They got all types of strip malls. They got all types of big. Guess who their main constituents are? Black people. Businesses that black people used to own have went bankrupt. And they came in and fixed the business up. Now they're wide open, making money. You got parking lot full. Guess who they're getting that money from? Black people. And black people don't have no representation because they, like you said, they don't vote. And we're on the cusp. I said our first female. We probably right between. You can toss up our first Latino male and our first female. We might be both. But blacks are falling further and further behind, brother.
because they don't want to listen to nobody, bro. There will be a cat that will come through with a solid plan. He can say something to you, and for the most part, from that plan being talked about, there's no creativity that is spread out. So let's say Ice Cube went viral for what he said, right? But what's the place in Houston we all should know about? That's what I'm out of. Or New York, or Chicago, or LA. You understand what I'm saying? That we all supposed to be locked in with. Why ain't the word being spread around like that? You feel what I'm saying? Because we can spread the nonsense, but we ain't. Man, people be wanting to be where they be at, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
If black people, if well, black people already hemorrhaging, and like the guy person said, they don't serve us right. If you don't even, if they look around, because they look at the vote, the districts, and where the vote comes from. If black people don't vote, and then now you didn't already redistrict, so if black people don't vote, they're not going to get that money. If I'm a politician, where do you think my money's going to go? I got this amount of money to serve my district. Now you need to serve everybody, but I'm serious when you say, well, the new schools, the new roads, the businesses. I'm gonna put this business here. I'm gonna put the data center. I'm gonna put the little dirty. What's that thing? The data. What do they call that thing? The thing with the computers. What is that thing?
Servers. I mean, I'm
No, it's
I'm
called
confused.
a data something.
Data center.
I don't. Is that it? Is it a data
I guess.
center? I'm gonna put the little dirty water, noise making. Elon Musk has them. He has one. We're gonna put that in a poor black community,
Jobs.
and they can deal with. Well, they're not qualified to work there. So
Because
the
oh man,
people, wait a minute. Dad said, hold on. People have. Okay. This is how it works, right? And I know the internet. People come on the internet and they just say shit. And that's the sad thing about the internet, because you can't really listen to that. Okay, if I'm in a community and I don't vote, and I'm like, my people don't vote, we ain't voting. Why? The Democratic Party ain't beholden to us. They ain't giving us what we want. Okay. Well, when they get this, where the votes came from, the next people coming in are gonna say, okay, only 3% of those people even vote. Over here, we know 87%. Well, it ain't gonna be that high. 75% of the people vote in these districts. So I'm gonna campaign in these districts. I'm gonna try to make sure I meet the needs of these people. What about these poor people? Well, they don't even vote, so they don't care. So why should I be? That's how it works, man. And people don't understand. You want to know why the black community is in, and it is because they don't want to vote. They don't vote. And for some reason, they think that, like I said, this genie in the bottle, you rub the magic genie, and the magic genie is going to come out and make your community something great.
Yeah,
Bro, I done
but
been, hold on. I mean, you drive a truck. I done been in these communities. I have been in these communities. It is like night and day. I could be in the hood, and there's potholes, and you see Popeyes and funeral homes, and you see strip malls, and half of them boarded up, and you see these little mom and pop fish place and hamburger place, and you see that, and then you get on the highway and you drive about 20 miles. You get off, and man, you get on that road. That thing so smooth, man. It's no, I'm saying you get on that thing, so ooh, man, you think you're on a roller coaster. You said, damn, this road's so smooth. You go in there, they got the we got a game center for kids. We got what is that thing? I forgot it. Anyhow, I forgot the name of it. They got the where you go in there and you paintball. You got paintball. They got BMX, and you see it, man. Big park, clean, beautiful park, shaved. Grass is low. You see grass. Dogs out there. You can go. Well, you got dog parks. I said, damn, they got a dog park. You can take your dog to the dog park. Everything is together, houses and stuff. And man, I'm telling you, you could play with this if you want to. I've done this. And then you say, God damn, look at this district, man. I'm over here in the hood thinking that we so far behind. No, we ain't. I'm just in the wrong district. I gotta move. And now they finna put a dirty data center that's gonna raise the prices of energy. And you got to wear damn near earmuffs to go to sleep because then things make so much noise. And I'm seeing now they puff out black. The person said they put out a black mist that just hangs in your front yard. And they putting that in the ghettos, brother. How come they ain't putting them in the nice neighborhoods? But see, Negroes come online, they get on these YouTubers, and they think that all that yapping means something. You got to vote, bro. You got to vote, but they don't have no sense. And see, but that's what I'm saying. I don't even waste my time with these Negroes. Don't understand politics. They just dumb niggas, and they almost deserve it. If they don't vote, they deserve to sleep in the streets, bro. And they gonna say, why? Well, you didn't vote. You didn't vote. So if you don't want to vote, that's how the world works. If you don't vote, you get what they give you. They putting all the immigrants. Where you think they're gonna put them? Where do you think they're gonna put them?
But they go do that anyway,
hold
bro.
on. You don't vote.
They go do that anyway, bro.
They're gonna put them in. Well, no, they ain't. They don't put them. They could put them. There are other places they could put them.
Nah, bro. They go put them where they put them, bro. Even if you vote, they
No,
go.
they
It's
ain't.
always.
No, they ain't. No, they ain't. What do you live in a gated community, Tabor?
No.
Okay, well, if you drive a truck, bro, you've seen the country. If you live in a gated community, they ain't gonna put no immigrants in that gated community.
And I get that, but overall they go put them where they put them. And for the most part, the people, even if you get up and go vote, bro, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that. We putting these people in your area. Know that's the.
If you vote, if black people vote 95% in a district for a politician, they'll probably get that politician. That politician, like I just told you, they're going to look at the voters. If they know they got 90% of your vote, they're going to say, what do you need? What do you need? What do I need to do so I can continue to serve you? You see what I'm saying? That's just how it works. You come on these YouTubes and these people don't know nothing about politics. They're just on here running their mouth. They think that you can take a genie and rub the genie, man. We're going to rub the genie, man. We're going to get a reparations check. And the politicians,
They gonna do everything we want them to do. Not that where are they gonna do that at? It's not even that many black people in America. Where? But see, that's just YouTube. And that's what I'm saying. You get these idiots, they don't know nothing about politics, and they just shoot their mouth off. You don't have to vote for the Democrat. Don't. Vote for who you want to. Vote for whomever you want to. Simple as that. And we got Stephen A. Smith, and they ran him out of there. Now, he's a conservative. So go vote for the Conservative Party, man. Go and vote for the Conservative Party. Now, what you need to do, and he's right, he said vote for the Republican, but what he meant, if black people by majority, if 85% of black people voted for a conservative, that conservative is going to turn around and say, these are my constituents. I need to do something to help them. That's what he was saying. He said, well, you guys don't vote for the Republicans. And then the guy came up here, they don't want to vote for the Democrat. So what happens is the black people simply don't have nobody to vote for. So they're not going to serve you if you don't vote, bro. I'm telling you right now. And we see Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds is not running to win because of black people. He's running to win because of the conservative vote. That's a black man married to a white woman. He's not even, what is he from? The Virgin Islands or something? That man ain't even from America. He's running to be the next governor of Florida. You see what I'm saying? He don't care nothing about they ain't doing nothing for me, so I'm gonna sit at home. That's some YouTube stuff. That's nonsense. You have to get up and vote. So if you don't vote for the Democrat, you need to vote for the Republican. You need to vote, though, because then you'll be seen as a voter. So the politician will have to vote. Will have to serve you because you are a voter.
But that's not true, bro.
No, you can't.
That's what you want to do. That's what you want. And that's, you know what? That's what's the law. And that's what people want to happen. But people know that's not the way it plays out.
What about the Green Party, right? They have a candidate, right? Oh, no, how about this Kanye West? What, 2 years ago he ran, right?
Okay.
If black people by majority voted for Kanye, right? Now we're only, 40 million? So if 40 million black people voted for Kanye West, right? He wouldn't have won. He wouldn't have won the race, right? Because that's 40 million people. That ain't enough. But what I'm saying, what are you gonna do with those votes? Because he didn't win.
And I get that he didn't win, right? So for the most part, he ain't even the person you need to be following. You need to go with.
But that's my point. Voting for him, even though they vote for a majority. Black people say, hey, man, these Republicans don't give a damn about us, and these Democrats don't give a damn. We ain't going to vote. Okay, that would be the equivalent. That'd be like voting for Kanye West. Okay, you got 40 million people voting for Kanye West. He didn't win. What is he going to do? And all you do then is empower Kanye West. So now Kanye West said, hey, I got 40 million people who back me. I can lean. Which one of you guys want to which one of you guys are going to serve my people? He could do that. Then you just empowered him. So it don't work that way. But like I said, people on YouTube, they don't know. And they listen to this foolishness, man. It don't work that way, bro. But I'm saying, I'm not telling you to go vote. You can vote for whomever you want to. But they done gas these niggas heads up. No. These niggas running around here thinking that all the gays are the Democrat. And that is voter suppression, bro. So you say, well, who do you vote for? I ain't voting for nobody, man. Well, then what you going to do about your kids, man? Them schools falling apart. When the last time they had new books? What you talking about, man? I ain't voting for nobody. Well, then that's why your kids don't have the books are falling apart. Your district is abandoned because you don't vote. And that's the system we live in. That is the system we live in. To have power, you have to vote. the dumb Negro, only the dumb Negro thinks I'm not gonna vote. And then the white man gonna feel sorry for me and give me a reparations check. Well, okay, let's do that there. I'm not doing it. I'm saying, well, let's do it. Let's see if it happens. Now, go ahead, Tabor.
Bruh, this man, you can get up and vote all day long. Some of you go get up and vote whenever the next voting situation is happening in your specific area. And there's always and there's already going to be a person that has came through to make sure that that vote is going the opposite way of what you voted. Man, people know that, bro. Like, I'm a grown man, bro. You can't tell me Christopher Columbus discovered America as a grown man. You can tell me that as a kid. What I'm saying is, like, there's people that then woke up to the nonsense, bro. You can vote all you want. Go vote.
The Latinos vote. Don't they say the illegals vote? Why do they vote? No,
I don't know. How did that work out?
Just think about it. Why would an illegal vote? If voting means nothing, right? Why would an illegal vote? Like, it don't mean nothing. You might possibly get deported. Why are they trying to vote? Because you say, well, I'm just saying, just think about that. Voting don't mean nothing. Well, why is the illegal voting?
Hey, and you right.
You know why? Because he knows what it means. He knows that if he can influence that election, that can influence him staying here, that can influence the country. He knows that.
That's why he's voting. And look what happened, though, bro.
Look at what happened where?
With the Trump situation, when it all happened, and they said it happened.
What about him?
When they deported him, right?
Okay. Well, not as much as Obama.
I mean, you ain't got to tell me, but nonetheless, he's doing the same thing. So
not even close to it.
But they still deported him, bro.
You looking? No, Obama really got rid of him.
But he still deported. I'm talking about the umbrella of
not even close to what Obama was doing. So no, Trump giving you a lot of, you looking at the TV and a lot of yapping. He does a lot of talking. But when it comes down to it, he's not a lot of action. You can't go by, see, you guys keep going by. You can't really listen to the YouTubers. Because see, these YouTubers are doing things for you to give them a cash app. They'll tell you anything. They'll tell you that Santa Claus lives on the moon if you send them a cash app. So they telling dumb niggas don't vote, and the white man gonna give you a reparations check. And these niggas believe that. No, they believe that. Now I'm a black man. That means I would get a reparations check, right? But I don't believe that. They're gonna give it to me because I'm not voting. It's only 40 million black people. That's what you got to look at the numbers. That means 200 million white people. You got to convince them to support reparation. But you can't tell that to these Negroes. They don't want to hear, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing about no politics, man. You don't know nothing about them white folk going to give us something because they gave it to the Asians. That's why they're going to do it. Okay, man. I got you, bro.
At some point, man, y'all gotta stop letting people play in y'all face, bro. I don't care who it is, and y'all already know this, bro. Y'all got somebody right now. I'm talking to the chat and anybody else listening. Y'all got somebody right now that play in your face, and you act like you can't get over it, but you can. Man, politicians play in your face, bro. Get up and go vote. And some of you been voting for 20, 30 years. It ain't nothing changed.
Well, hold up. Let's talk about the whole reparation. Because I was saying, because with politics, just say, for instance, right, you could get a reparations bill in Congress that you approve of, right? Okay, it's got to get voted on. Okay, the Senate passed it. Got to get past the House. I mean, it's got to get past, the House passed it. Now it's got to get past the Senate. Okay. Now the president got to sign it. Okay, the president signs it. Okay, now the Supreme Court got to make sure it's legal. And that's what kills me. It's like, do you really, Clarence Thomas? They took redistricting from Negroes. They don't even want you Negroes to vote. Why would they compensate you reparations? That's what I'm saying. It's like people say that. I'm like, are you crazy, man? America? America. I say America's gonna get Negroes reparation checks. And nigga, hold on. And only, as Malcolm X said, only the fucking nigga, the only a nigga thinks if he don't vote, he'll get a benefit. And I said, God, if Malcolm X was alive,
man, you ain't getting that when you vote.
I know, but I'm saying he would say that as the most absurd thinking. Don't vote, and the white man gonna give you a reparations check. I said, good Lord, man, do they think that?
You ain't...
No. They do. No. They do. They believe that. So believe what you want, bro. We had the brother come up. He can't hold up. He believes that. The guy who was just up here, he believes that. He's been up here. He's been saying that for years. He believes that. He's waiting on a reparations check. So he ain't gonna vote. Too. And now I just found out all the black men in the Democratic Party are gay. I didn't know that. He just told me that.
Yeah, and
so there you go, bro. There you go. So there you go. There you go.
So overall, bro.
And hold on. And for some clarity, there are no gays in the Republican Party. Okay, you got Peter Thiel. He's the #1 supporter of J.D. Vance. But according to him, gay people don't exist. They only exist in the Democratic Party. But hold on. But that also goes down that he thinks like that because he thinks if he doesn't vote, the white man is going to they call it a platform. The Democrats are going to build a fucking platform for people who don't vote. Yeah, that makes sense. And that's why I can go out here and I ought to go get my camera. I can cam up and I can show you the Latinos, they are building. And I agree. Wait a minute. They don't have the legacy of slavery. They don't. They do not come here with some history of slavery and racism like that. But bro, let me tell you something. They are building just about every business, especially these like like these nightclubs and stuff. They are dominating. Now you go into the Happy Mexican to dance. Like, where you going, man? Everybody be at the Happy Mexican. And you go in there, get all the customers are black and all the service people, except for maybe one black guy, all the service people are Latino. And you just see them raking in money, bro. And you look at these Negroes and you say, good Lord, don't you Negroes have some respect? But they don't. And this is what they're going to get. So, and they can do what they want to do. Now, me, I'll vote as I choose and for whom I choose. I'll vote.
Is it working for you though, bro?
Perfect.
Listen. Okay, so for the most part, based on what you voted for and the last person you voted for, on percentage wise, right? Between 1 and 10, I guess. What would you say you actually got based on what you wanted, and that's the reason you voted? What did you get?
I got
as a black man.
I got what I wanted. My politician, did I get everything? No, he gave me about 60% of what I wanted. He made it happen. Also, with the city council, he helped dealing with the city council. So, yeah, this is politics. You're going to always have people who run. They're not running to do anything but enrich themselves. You're going to have people like that. You got racism. You do have that, but you do have a politician who will get in office and they will give up the black community, the underserved community, 3 new schools. Man, and they'll pave, wait a minute, brother, they'll pave the roads. And you'll see the people out there with the cement, and all of a sudden the road that you've been taking to work, it's smooth now. Your car's gonna last longer. You've been going through that bumpy, that thing, your struts and stuff. You've been doing on that for next thing you know, your car got to go in the shop, but now it's smooth. And then you look around and there's a new business. And you look around and your boy who's a barber, he's a barber, he got a brand new shop and he's got free utilities and he don't have to pay a lease for 2 years. And it's because of that politician. So, they do help. But no, you talking about somebody sitting on their fucking ass? No, they're not going to help them. There ain't nothing they're going to do for them. Sitting at home playing video games,
The politician ain't gonna do anything for you.
Man, you keep chopping on these video game cats, bro. I'm not talking about him not doing that, man. I be getting what y'all be saying with a lot of stuff, man. But like me, even as a kid, I realized that adults BS you, right? They lie to you for no reason. Like they don't even got no reason to lie. They just lie, just for whatever. They
They're
tell
gonna,
you
you
they're
know what, and what's gonna happen too, and I'm waiting on it. This is the other shoe to drop, right? There's gonna be someone who's gonna promise reparations. We don't have one now, but it's gonna be a politician. You're gonna do it to get in power. People get in there just to get rich. Once you get that
there it is,
power,
bro.
man, you can get rich. Because
And
then you're the only person who can sign off on contracts. So just think about it. Once you say you're a mayor, only you can sign off on a contract. So all of these all the industry and all of that goes through you. So guess what you can do? You can go get your own. You can have your own. You can take your brother and say, "Hey man, what you gonna do? I want you to go get these 5 cement trucks, and I want you to get 5 bulldozers, okay, and label a LLC, and don't worry about it. And I'm doing it now, and I become mayor, and I say, okay, to build this infrastructure, we need to have platinum contractor. So I'm hiring platinum contractor. Okay, I'm giving it to you. So they're gonna work there too. I'm an overnight millionaire. Overnight. So yeah, but I promised Negroes reparations, and Negroes voted for me. And then they said, "What are reparations?" Well, we working on it.
man. But that's what I'm saying.
A politician will lie in a minute. That's why I be like, do Negroes even understand this world? They don't. Well, yeah, they do, but I get it. No. They do.
The ones that sit down do. Listen, I'm not playing with y'all. I've watched things not go away, or adults do things that was just treacherous, bro, as a kid. So to watch that as a kid and grow up and act like certain things ain't a certain way, man, I'll be a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can get up go vote for y'all next people. Go vote. If y'all get what you want, for the most part, overall, I'm happy for you. If you don't, then again, the games they play and we go blame this person and blame that person and this going on and that's going on, and like, come on, bro. Look how they got the school teacher in Chicago looking like a fool. All that stuff he talked about, how he gonna change the city, he done did all that them things. So when he stepped down,
You got to
it's gonna
stop
be
doing that though. But see, the black people, like you say, O Block, and the families, you got to save your kid. You got to save your kid, even from Chicago. You can't let these people poison your kid's mind and tell your kid they can't do nothing but be thugs. Yeah, they don't care. You listen, they don't care. They want your kid to quit and drop out and get in the streets and deal drugs and go in and out of the prison system, make a couple of babies and get popped in their head, and they put them in a seat, and they take your kids and they do it, wash, rinse, repeat. They have to do that. But the Negro, and we see it now, they just so dependent. And that's what I've been trying to tell you. They so dependent on the white man taking care of them. I don't get that because I don't trust him like that. The white man, I don't know what makes you think he's going to take care of you. Well, if we don't vote, man, he going to turn around and give us a reparations check. It's like, bro, he would give it to me first. I mean, like, you really think he going to? I hope he do it because I ain't gave up on it. I hope he give it to me in the next 5 years, man. I don't want to be too old because I want to do something with that money. I want to paint the town red. I like nice things. I mean, a nice car, man. I hope I get the next 5 years. But that's the hustle, man. These Negroes will believe anything. You told them the moon was made of green cheese. These Negroes will believe that. That's how I'm talking about the ones that think they're gonna get a fucking reparations check. Okay, the moon is made of green cheese.
It's possible, bro.
Okay. If you're what you believe, man, believe what you want to.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. It's
But no, I'm
possible.
for it. No, I'm for the process, but I just know how the world works. You got background noise, DeBoer. That's just not simply not how it works. It's got to go through a political process. It's got to get voted on. And like I said, with Clarence Thomas sitting on that board, I just don't see. Man, Clarence, y'all play games with him, bro. Clarence Thomas don't want to see no reparations for black people. Clarence Thomas? Whoa, and they underestimate his influence, man. He's very influential.
Yeah.
Judge Roberts, because Judge Roberts is not for reparations. And guess what? It's the one that they hate. What, Kajana? What's her name? Kajana, is it Thompson or something like that? Kajana Jackson, my fault, Jackson. The black one, that's the one the Negroes hate. That'd be probably the only one that would support a reparations bill. And that's the crazy thing about it. That's the crazy thing about it when you sit down and think about it.
Nah, man, I'm saying, bro, like it's a lot of games that get played in America, man, and it's just like, bro, the best thing you can do as a black person, I can say as any person, especially if you're on the bottom, just go get you some money, bro. This ain't about worshiping money, bro. Just go get you some money, bro.
You're
You want
right,
to
man.
change something in your own personal lives, go get you some
I
money,
know a
bro.
dude. I know a dude right now. He was born. He was short bus. He was made fun of his whole life. One of his feet are slightly bigger. You could see it's noticeably that one of the shoes, if he buys shoes, he got about 12, and then the other shoe will be a 10. So he got about two pairs. That dude went into sanitation at the hospital. They hired him. Whatever they normally pay, he got that. That man worked there. He retired. I couldn't believe it. I found out in the neighborhood. I said, "Whoa, he retired." They said, "Yep." Say he retired, man. I said, "Yeah." They said, "Yeah, he gets his retirement check." And you let me. Oh no. You now hold up now start now. Yeah, but you work there, you retire, you gonna get a nice piece, bro. They pay. They make a lot of money for a hospital. And then I found out probably 7 months ago, he just got hired on at another hospital. But now he's in charge. And he said he's gonna get him another retirement. Now, this dude has issues with his feet. He rode the short bus. And he ain't in the streets. He's married. He's cobbled out a life for himself. And you sitting up here listening to some dumb Negro come up here talking about gays in the Democratic Party? And don't vote, and the white man gonna take care of you? He could have. That dude had every reason in the world to sit on his ass. That man that went out there and cobbled out a life. And he's special needs. But the Negro don't want to hear that, man. The Negro don't want to hear that. The Negro wants to be a thug, and then he wants to beg the white man for a reparations check after he flat out failed being a fucking thug. Ain't no real thug out here asking for no checks, food stamps, and shit like thug.
If he out here hustling, he asking for a check,
No,
he'll
not if he
stand
winning.
for it.
Not if he winning. Not if he winning. He got
Man,
money.
he'll
He got
scam.
money. No, the real one, bro. They caught a nigga not 8 years ago down the street from me. That nigga had over 1.2 million in a closet, and I said,
Hustling
"Damn,
hard.
I'm doing the wrong thing." That man had 1.2 million. The police caught him. They caught him selling. They followed him home. They came into the home, and they did the whole, got the warrant. They booked him. That man had, I said, damn, in a shoebox. couple of shoe boxes. They said he had drug sales, 1.2 mil. And hold up, that's what they reported. Now, I mean, you could say they took half of that. You could say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They reported 1.2. And to this day, I wake up fighting. I wake up fighting and say, God damn. 1.2 sitting at. I said, give me 1.2. Give me 1.2. And then on top of that, he could have buried that in Bitcoin. Them nigga got in a shoebox. I said, bro, I wish I knew that nigga. I was like, yo, bro, come on, man. We can't keep it in the closet, bro.
I mean, for the most part,
come on, we gotta do something with this bread, bro. Bro, we gotta do something with this bread. We can't. What if you get caught slipping? What if one of your niggas run up on you? I mean, like, you can't. We can have it in a shoebox, right? We gotta put it in Bitcoin. Just put it in Bitcoin. And guess what? He went and got. Guess what? He would have still have his money. He still. Guess what? If he would have put that money in Bitcoin, guess what? He still have it. They don't know that. Maybe. They gonna know he got it. He got his bread. No, they don't. They gotta know he got it.
Man, they have found plenty of niggas with Bitcoin wallets.
They don't know that, man. They don't check these dudes. Like y'all gotta level up your game, bro. These local little street dudes, they don't check no Bitcoin on you, nigga. They check Bitcoins on dudes like Elon Musk. Because that's real money.
Damn, Black.
No, that's real, man.
Damn. Niggas can't have nothing.
Well, he ain't got nothing now. I just can't believe he was that careless, man. Like, yo, bro, you gotta do something with that money, man. You making money like that? That's like you got 14 grand in a shoebox. You holding bread? You gotta talk. Go get an accountant or something.
The problem is
talk to somebody. I know they'll steal it. I know. No, you're right. They'll steal it from you.
We ain't even talking about stealing. It's just you making it faster than what you can move it based on let's say the money making opportunities. You can want to move fast, but everybody else ain't moving fast.
But you see this dude right here in the chat box. He said, "Put it in a cold wallet." You see that? And you know what that is, Tabor. I don't know what a cold wallet is. But what I'm saying is, look right here. He telling you 1.2 mil. He know exactly how to take care of it.
Yeah, take it offline. That's a cold wallet.
You see that?
Store it in your bed or at your grandma's house that nobody go to, in her room under her teeth. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, cold wallet. Yeah.
What's a cold wallet?
It's you moving your crypto offline, bro.
Okay.
Like, it'll have no attachment. Like, it's not sitting on a stock exchange.
Does the
stock exchange
up and down, does that bother it, or is it just what you pull off is yours?
No, it's still it'll affect it when you put it back online, but overall, when it's just sitting there, if you got 10 of them, you got 10 of them. Now, when you put them back online,
so if I put 100, if I put a 1.2, and when I took it off Bitcoin was 100, 100, like whatever that the rate is, it says 100. And then when I put it back after 4-5 years, whatever, I put it back, the rate is 75. Is that I'm gonna lose 75% of my money?
Well, if it was at 100, you lose 25%. Yeah. But yeah, a cold storage allow you just to take it offline, bro. That's why I told you before about a trust wallet. You can just keep it in the trust wallet, and no matter what phone, if you lose it, you can always pull back up your trust wallet because of the code. But you can just be able to trade it, bro. You get paid in it.
What do you think about a Negro with 1.2 mil in hundreds, 20s, 10s? He was pushing pills, and he was good at it, and he had good customers. And when they caught him, because you can go look it up. Go look it up. It's right there on the news. Go look it up. They went into his house because see, you know what? They caught him in the driveway. And when they caught him in the driveway. They trailed him. Now he made a sale. And before they got him, they followed him. He went home. And when he went home, they got out. And they told him, hands up. He popped out the car. And they said, put your hands up. And he looked, it was a nice little distance. So they had their guns out. He ran into the house. So when he ran into the house, they went in, they got him in the house, and then they asked for a warrant. And when they got the warrant, they searched the house, and that's when they found the money and all his other stuff. Because they was searching for the other drugs. They found all that other. And I said, and to this day, that story bothers me because I said, how you going to make that much money and keep it in a shoebox? Or shoe boxes, right? It's like, bro, at some point, you got to put the Jordan box. You got to figure you got to do something with this money, man.
Your hood dude, bro.
It used to be like that. Now, and Negroes used to be like that. When Negroes had that much bread, they used to know some lawyer. They used to know somebody at the church, a pastor. They just didn't just keep it like, you see what I'm saying? They didn't keep it like that.
But he know he can't trust nobody.
Well,
the people from your people, like from your way. He can't trust nobody, bro. 1.2 M's, like the money shouldn't have been there at all. Maybe a couple 100,000 at least.
No, I mean, you don't in cash. You need that much.
Depending on if you gotta run.
You don't need nothing about 20.
Nah. If you gotta
run. You're right. No. You're right. And that's another thing we know about money, right? Once you give it up, you got to get it back. And you just can't be moving it like that. When you talk about 100, that's when you start dealing with the tax man.
Yeah,
so they have to
start seeing.
Yeah, they have to report that. So you're right. He's trying to re-up, and he need 80. You gotta pull that out. And once you pull that out, sensors and shit start to move. So I can see that's probably why he never put it in.
Yeah, it's too much work.
Mm-hmm.
Too many questions getting asked.
And you got fees and all that shit.
Well, the fees wouldn't have been a problem. The questions would have been a problem. It would have been the questions. That's it.
What about his girl? What about his girl, though? You don't think he could have gave it to his girl?
No. Can't trust her either.
His baby mama, you don't think she would have sat on that?
Nope. If you a dude and you hear me, man, only trust yourself, bro. Don't trust your homeboys, your daddy, or your uncle. Believe that they would play you for the right price. I believe that.
What if you take that 1.2 mil in cash and put it in a new seat for your grandma? Your grandmama might be in a wheelchair. You buy a new chair and you put a little seat on there and you tell grandmama you got money in there. I need you to sit on this. But yeah, I don't need you to look in it. I just need she about 72. Yeah, I do that. I put it in a cushion with my grandmama sitting on it. I put 1.2 million in there. Just let it sit there. Now ain't nobody gonna look in there, man. Who gonna know about it?
I don't even want it to be there.
What's she gonna do with it? Is she in a wheelchair? But you gonna go to the club? Hold on. The little bit of money to take care of her, that ain't nothing. I could take care of her. I could Uber her some food. I could do whatever she want me to do. She can call me. I said, "What's up, Grant? I wanna watch the color purple." I said, "It's done." I said, "Okay, call it up. Okay, put the code in. The code, you know, code is 347. There you go."
Yeah, and you would hope she don't play you, but she can play you too.
No, it's 72. No,
man, bro, you don't know what people do. Platinum, I hear you, fam. You sound like you naive. I get it. You young. You know, you don't know too much.
I'm young. I'm younger than you,
bro. I know. You told me. That's why I'm listening.
Naive. That ain't that, bro. A 72-year-old woman, other than her health care, and what else? She's 72. I mean, you talking to her, you gotta let her know, hey, grandmama, I need that. Grandmama, you're the only person I trust. Grandmama, you gotta sit on that cushion. Grandmama, don't let nobody take you out that wheelchair. Just keep sitting on the cushion. Don't worry about it, grandmama. Don't worry about it.
Man, your grandma can't do nothing if somebody can pull out that chair, big dog.
They don't know it's there.
You right, but what if they just pull out for whatever the reason?
Why would people do that?
And see, this
Hold
is
up,
your
hold up.
open wish.
Did you think those cops, when them cops chased that dude, you think they thought he had that type of bread in there?
No,
Now
that
they turned in 1.2, but we all know he probably had 2.2.
on the cool.
And you know what? When you get locked up like that, you can complain. No. You can file a report. They'll take it down, write it down, and say, "You had how much?" I had 2.2 million. They say, "Okay." They'll write it down. They'll look at internal affairs. They'll watch you, and I'm gonna tell you, they'll start watching. They'll see what you're doing. They'll say, "Okay, wait a minute. What he just went to Brazil? Okay, he just bought a half a mansion in Dallas. Yeah, they'll get you for that. You can't do that, man. They'll take it and seize it, but you can't take their money and then buy you shit. You got to sit on it.
Yeah, gotta
And to
move it
me,
slow, but
to
move
me, you
fast.
better off just turn it in, man, because the temptation will eat you alive, bro. Because you'll be like, man, I'm holding on three
You
hundred
talking about
thousand.
as a cop?
You damn right. I'm holding on three
Oh
hundred.
man, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. If I'm a cop, I'm taking everything.
What about the other cops?
We taking it together. They
Okay,
don't
let me
want to take it.
no.
I,
Say me, you, and somebody else do it. We busted this guy. This guy had 2.2 million in 20s and hundreds.
mm.
We reported 1.2 so we can keep the feds and everybody, and they be like, we report. And he went down there. Well, I had 2.2 million. We said, well, that dude can't even count. How the fuck he know how much money he had? We turned in all his money. They're gonna say, okay, but they're gonna watch us. Now, but this is the difference. Now, Tabor, I got a gambling problem. You don't know that. So I go down casinos, I lose my money. So now, Tabor, you sitting on yours. You ain't bought nothing. You sitting on your money. And the other dude, he's sitting on his. So Tabor, I come up to you and I say, yo, man, hey man, that money we got 5 months ago. He said, yeah, what about it? Hey man, hey man, can you loan me about 30,000 or something like that? And you said, hey man, we gave you 350. What you talking about? Yeah, I know, man. I got behind, man. Let me get 50. I'm good for it. 50,000. Yeah, I'm good for it. No, man, I can't do that. What you mean? Man, I can't give you no money, man. I'm just, I don't know what's going on. I can't give you. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Tomorrow, I done lost all my money. I'm gonna be down there at Internal Affairs.
See,
You know what? 5 months ago, me, Tabor, and Lewis, when we robbed him, we took our 1.2 million. I'm here to testify against Tabor and Lewis that all the money they took the money. No, you gotta understand human nature. I'm saying that's how human nature works. That's why I wouldn't even do it because I know how human nature works. Once they squander theirs, they're gonna try to throw you under the bus, brother.
mm-hmm.
So no, I wouldn't do it. I just turn it all in. Now, if it was a solo call, I mean, you believe what you want to believe. But nah, come on, splitting it because I know now you can't do it.
Man, to be honest with you, man, there's no way I'm sitting in front of 2.2 M's as a cop and not taking something. I'm telling you.
Well, if the guy's stupid, there's a lot of stupid dudes out here. They make a lot of money. If they stupid, you can see probably more than that.
I'm not taking. There's no way 2.2 M's. We talking about retirement, me getting older, me risking my
Untraceable too, all
Yeah,
10s and 20s.
you ain't gotta
Yeah.
threaten me with a good time. I see the potential. I'm game. Hard, bro. I'm taking it, bro.
Hey, that bread will be on Bitcoin so quick, your head is spin, bro.
And
They can lie.
everybody,
Hold on. They go right down there and say platinum took 350,000. I said, nope. And they said, well, we need to invest. I say, investigate me, motherfucker.
show
And
me.
like what you say, cold wallet, my shit will be sitting somewhere. My grandma sitting on my money and said, all right, you want to come out of the house? Come out of the house.
2 states over at least.
You done bought a new house, huh?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Listen, you don't come across 2.2 and know all the things that's going on and not be trying to slide something. Like I would
Yeah,
even
I
go
wouldn't
as
do. I wouldn't
far
do
as
that though.
going to the man. Hey, listen, bro. I watch it go on too much, bro. As far as these movies go, it is just like
Well, the, the
you
the
can't.
the thing about the system, you guys, like you said, I don't know. Cold wallet. How long is that going to be really out there? What, another 2 years before they know? You know what I'm saying?
What
Because
do you mean?
people catch up with stuff when it's in the when you make stuff known, the world knows about it. So you can't, just like with Bitcoin, because people was talking about the taxes, and they were saying the whole point of Bitcoin is to be anonymous. And people talking about taxes, no, it's about being anonymous. That's the whole point why they created it or why they used it. They said we can be anonymous with this. We can make all these transactions and nobody knows about them. But now you got to report that shit to the IRS.
I mean, everybody wants to be able to tax whatever's going on, bro. When it comes to the money, bro. I don't think that too many people will actually um be able to move a large amount of money in Bitcoin real fast. So again, it'll take time, and he can't trust nobody, bro. You don't. You just, I don't know, bro. Like I didn't been in some situations to where like you really think this person got your back, like, but you just really look at it and be like, nah, like, and we talk. For me, Plat, I got a partner that I've been known for at least 25, 27 years. And I got a partner I've been known for like 24. And I don't believe neither one of my partner like I'm their partner. We don't show up the same for each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't. I can't really.
Yeah,
That's messed up, man. But Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. Smith, he was called out. He was called out on the carpet. He was called out on the carpet for disrespecting the NABJ, National Black Journalists Association. They gave him the thumbs down award. They're disappointed in him. He's not, I don't know, he hasn't announced he's running for president, but he's been buttering up to Sean Hannity. He platformed Megyn Kelly. And all of these were softball questions. He never went in on Megyn Kelly. He never questioned the way she talks about Michelle Obama. He never questioned the things she said about just he looked the other way. And then Sean Hannity, he didn't question what he said. He was a birther. He believed Barack Obama was a Kenyan. And I think the other guys up there too, they do believe that. So where are we, man? Where are we and how have we fallen, man? We've fallen so far behind. We have fallen so far behind. And some people say Obama was the worst thing to happen to America. Let me tell you something. O.J. Simpson, the O.J. Simpson trial, in my opinion, was the absolute worst thing to ever happen to America. Before OJ, we were together, man. We weren't perfect, but we were together. Before OJ, we gave a damn about each other. All of this racial separation, it didn't work. There were always people out there like that. There were always movements, but it had white or black, it gained nothing. After OJ, you had Fox News. I think Fox News was born the year of OJ. Then you had Rush. Rush took off. Not no, Rush's ratings were trash. I think Limbaugh was about to give it up, and then OJ happened. And when OJ went on trial and he defended himself under this system, and people thought that he took the life of two white people, he was a black man. That gave Fox News, that gave Rush Limbaugh all they needed, and we became polarized. And I watched it. I'm telling you, man, I know what we were together. And we went, now we're opposed to each other. And the politicians use that. The Byron Donalds, he uses that polarization. He panders to white supremacy so you'll vote for him. Megan and Sean and Officer Tatum. And then you had the internet. Now, so OJ wasn't an internet. Then you had Barack Obama, 2012. He rose to power, or whenever he rose to power. I think was it 2012? Might have been 2008. Obama rose to power, and look at us now. And we just weren't ready for a black president, man. It made so many things. It made us question so much. We're not ready for a black president. We weren't ready for a black president. He says every black person knows OJ was guilty. They just won't admit it. That makes no sense to me what you just said, brother. Every black, how would they know he's guilty? He was found not guilty. How would they know he's guilty? So if you black and you was born when OJ did it, or OJ's accused of doing it, you probably, what would you be? OJ did it, what, in 80, 95, 94? 95. I think 95. OJ was accused of the crime in 95. So at this point, you would be what, 25? What would you be? 95, 2005, 2015. Damn, you'd be in your 30s. You think every black person in their 30s think O.J. Simpson is guilty? But that's when we lost our way, man. We lost our way with O.J. Simpson. I'm telling you, I can speak for it. I can speak for it. He said, Brian said he's 70. I can speak for it. And Brian, you can speak for it too. I know the country I grew up in. I know the country I lived in before OJ. I know what kind of country we had. We were together, man. All of this Fox News didn't even exist. Fox News, nobody would watch that. All of that hate and lies, they wouldn't watch that.
I don't know about being together, bro. That's tough.
Together. We were together. And after OJ, I think Kevin Costner, doing OJ right around this time, Kevin Costner was very popular. He was the main, highest paid actor in Hollywood, Kevin Costner. And I think he did Dances with Wolves, and that shit just broke all types of records. And then he did. And then after OJ, I saw him get roundly rejected by the white community. And that shit blew my mind. I said, what the fuck? Whites don't like Kevin Costner. They was calling him a liberal. And I think Rush Limbaugh had went in on him. We just changed, man.
Why?
OJ made us change. We went from loving each other to hating each other.
As black people or just people?
As Americans, man. After OJ and he was found not guilty, we went from loving each other to hating each other. Everything was racial. Everything. Rush Limbaugh jumped on that. He spewed so much racism on that. And look at us now, man. Look at the world we live in now.
I don't know, man. I can't say it was OJ. We've been where we've been at. You know, people be trying to like blame a specific person for certain things, and it's like, nah, bro. This been America. It's been the way it's been. Ain't nothing changed. That's just a scenario that happened at the time it happened. Nah, we can't blame OJ, bro.
I can blame OJ because that's when it changed.
Mm.
And to be honest with you, that's what I mean. You probably wasn't born, Tabor.
I was 10.
Okay, well,
people knew America in a different way. When O.J. Simpson, that trial for almost a year, I think Jay Leno had the dancing Edos. That trial tore us apart. And we went from one country, one accord, one love, one God. After OJ, we became black, we became white, we became Muslim, and we've never recovered from that, brother. I'm telling you.
Man, all that was already there, bro. It just the universe doubled down on what was already going on, bro. Everything you talking about, bro, was going on before, bro. You can say it got worse, bro. It was already there. It's like knowing that you shouldn't be at a job longer than what you've been at that job. You should have been left. The signs is already there. And America always been the same, bro. I can never, as a participant in the machine that it is, I could die on the hill and say that America has always been what it is, and that's racist and prejudice and anything that has to do with humans like that, bro. It's not
We're a
changing.
di- we're a different country. The Fox News would have went out of business. Fox News existed in Australia prior to coming to America. The Fox News um, business model, the hatred, the racism, and the victimhood. Let me play victim, but the whole time I hate blacks, I hate immigrants. But let me play victim first. Let me play victim, even though I'm dominating and they are suffering. The Fox News business model existed, and to me, OJ gave it the fuel that it needed. OJ Simpson. Then we had the election of a black president, and that drove Megan Kelly. Well, actually, Megan was the one. Actually, she got in trouble with Fox. Megan stood up and say Barack Obama has won, and they got mad. The higher ups, the higher ups at the higher ups at Fox News had a fit because she announced the election for Barack, and they didn't want her to do that. They wanted to hang that out there on the speculation that there's some election fraud or something like that. No, she stood up and said, uh, the election goes to Barack Obama. Congratulations to Barack. Now, this is a white woman on Fox News. She says, Congratulations to Barack Obama, the whatever, 43rd, 42nd,
44th.
the 44th president of the United States. And Fox News had a fit. They had a fit behind that. And I think that pushed us further apart too, man.
Nah, man. Nah, man. Time just put us where we at, bro. And most people, like I told you before, they're selfish and they have their own intentions, even when they know they be wrong, bro. And the overall situation can turn out bad. Like they know the outcome can be bad long term, but they still what they go do what they go do short term, bro. People do that, bro. People do that, bro. I ain't saying I'll be looking for the bad in people. I'm just saying I'm just honest about what I know about people, bro. And when you get to a certain age, you'll be a fool to look at people and just think that we all see this everything the same way, because we don't.
I got you, man. Different America, man. I know the America I grew up in, man. I miss it so much, man. I miss it. I remember Reader's Digest. I remember you go to the doctor, man, and they'd have Reader's Digest, and you would read this stuff, man. It was, uh, damn. I'm trying to remember. It was so much stuff in it, right? Just so much stuff in it, and man, I can't even imagine that, bro. I can't imagine uh, um,
the world we live in now in 2026, and 5 year, I can't even imagine what a 5-year-old, what his life is like, man.
Tablets all day and cell
You got
phones.
you got racism, you got Fox News, you got Stephen A. Cooning and clowning.
Man, they ain't worried about none of
And,
that,
and, and,
bro.
and, and hold up, if you wanted to know that jacket, that's McDonald, that's Ronald McDonald, that suit jacket. That's
Man, y'all,
McDonald's. That's a Ronald McDonald suit coat.
man, let that man get his money, man.
Even the movies were different though, man. We used to have these movies, man. We were together, man. We're not anymore.
Cause everything about black people, bro, is a competition when we pull up on each other, bro. We got the domino games, we got the outfits,
Well, you
the
gotta
new
but
shoe.
you gotta win though. Now we talking about a different subject, but a man, Tabor, men have to compete. So Tabor, me and you, we're men. We have to compete against each other for what? Women, for resources. That's the way God made it. Got nothing to do with fair. You agree probably too what I'm saying. It's got nothing to do with fair. It's just that's the way things are. A man, you
Yeah.
have to compete. You can't be you fall down, skin your knee. You got to get up. You don't have time. What's that? The Predator, Jesse Ventura. He said, "I don't have time to bleed." You don't have time to bleed. You don't have time to complain about your problems. Men have never been afforded that. And you got to go get it. Whatever you need, you got to. If you need a roof, guess what? You got to put a roof on your house. So you need to the leaves and all of that. You gotta go get them. These are the things you got to do. You don't have a choice. The Negro, especially the Negro, has been pampered and made soft. So any discomfort creates so much problems. And that's why the black woman runs the black community because the Negro can't stand any discomfort. And, Negroes do like that box. So they are slaves to the box. They are. They ain't going to never get that up.
I think most men are.
Most men are what?
Slave to the box.
You shouldn't be though, right?
I mean, I hear you. And it sounds like it shouldn't it sounds like it could be a thing, but overall, people do a lot of things for females.
Yeah, but
Or
and
dudes
and
go
there
out
you
there with.
no. And to boy, there you go, right there. That's why you're gonna and you're at a crossroads.
Who, me?
Yes.
You think
You're at
so?
a no, you're at a crossroads. You can do what you want to do. You're at a
I'm at a
crossroads.
crossroads of what?
You're sitting at a crossroads of life. The left sign says box. The right sign says money. The straight says your future. You at a crossroads. Which way you gonna go, bro?
You asking me?
Yeah,
I'm going towards the money.
there you go. You hear that? Money over everything. He wants that bag.
Money changes everything. Anybody in the comments can say whatever they want to. You can hop up here and say whatever you want to. Bro, money changes everything. It probably fixed 99% of your problems. Everything else is gonna be a conversation. And when you got money, people shut up and listen. No matter what it is. I'm just saying, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I be trying to be a certain way with it all, but You know, the facts gonna be the facts out here.
Hey man, you got to believe in yourself. And what are you doing to achieve your goal? Because you like money.
You asking me?
Yeah.
I quit my job.
Why'd you quit?
New opportunities.
Oh, you got a better deal?
Nah, just and you know what? The person that got me on the job, he just bought a truck and he was gonna put me in the truck. So I have the opportunity there, and it does pay more, but I just don't want to do trucking no more, bro. I just want
Oh,
to
well,
come
you
home.
you sound like to me you want to be on YouTube.
Nah, I want.
You want to be on social media.
Nah, that would be. I mean, I got something that's gonna be pertaining to social media for the most part, but man, I want to just get some new money because money was explained to me before. You know what I'm saying? The way that I work for money, it makes no sense. And this was told to me by a Persian man, right? So he explained to me and why he went in, like he sold the business to do the business he do now. And so it's just like, yeah, I'm really wasting my time, bro. I'm not getting paid what I believe I'm worth. And if I believe I'm worth something, then the market go show it that I ain't worth it or that I am worth it. But I gotta know that, opposed to not knowing.
I got you. He says, listen to Thomas Sowell. I think Thomas Sowell, from the fact of his age, I think that now you got to understand he's a paid Republican shield, right? He's not really doing it because he's paid to push a certain leaning. But when you start talking about the stuff when he says historically, no, I do. Thomas Sowell, I agree with that. But his politics, no, he's completely bought and paid for.
Yeah, I heard that name a couple times. Is somebody telling me to read that book? Like that I need to read his book?
I don't know.
Mm. Nonetheless, I mean that's just how people are, bro. Like I can say you can go run for office tomorrow, or anybody go run for office tomorrow. You can get the position, and at any given time, you can be compromised. So you will start lying not because you want to, but because you have to. And let's just say you don't care about yourself, but you do care about the people that, like your family, your kids, your husband, or your wife. You know what I'm saying? And you just got things you want to see come to fruition. Man, people just be playing games, bro. Just go get you
You're
some money,
right.
bro. Go get you some
That's
money, bro, so you
that's
won't be
how you do.
disappointed. Go
There
ahead, my
you
bad.
go. There you go. And we're gonna let you have the last word on that, brother. The boy says, go get you some money, and that's the way you win at this shit. End the line. We got it. Like, share, support, man. Like the stream, man. Support the platform, man. Hit the cash app. Hit the super chat. Hold up. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. Hit the cash app. Hit the super chat. Support the platform. Hit the like. Subscribe to the channel. Support the channel. Send a cash app, man. We trying to tell you the truth. Stephen A. Smith has been highlighted by the NABJ. They're tired of him. They're sick of him. He hangs out. He consorts with the enemy. He consorts with the enemy. What do you expect to do with a guy like that? Like, share, support, man. And we out.